Good old ticking clock. What's up, Mrs. Bean? What's up, gotcha? AK Sparky. Alright. Just reorganize myself. This on. Look at it, it's cold in here. Super cold. Ooh. Today's entire schedule just got changed majorly. Like, what up, Seto? Originally it was supposed to be Animal Crossing, and then this game, and then Persona, and then it was supposed to be my Tower of Portion. Everything changed today. I fell asleep immediately after work. My body didn't want to wake up. My body still doesn't want to wake up, but I'm forcing it to. What up, Sola? How's it going? So yeah. First and foremost, this is what our stuff is looking like. Not bad at all. Real quick, I'm gonna do this here. Bye, Mrs. Bean. Take it easy. I'm speeding through this real quick. I need to have we're gonna have Justidia kill everybody. Okay, cool. That way it at least classifies stuff. But the box remain closed, remain shut. All right, brain is slowly working. Yeah, brain still's got a lot of stuff to do. There you go. All right, new file, done. Flow. Not playing Splatoon. Nothing, Sola. Nothing. Legitimately nothing. Go back to diagram. Gotcha. So autofill choices. Because it seems like that has to be the case. Were there any other choices that I can make? Hold on. So we can always choose whichever choices we want. And with what we have right now, it allows for us to do just that. Hold on. Auto, can I... Fill choices. Because we could just go down there now. We'll see. What up, Gago? Not gonna question. So here's what my thought process is. We're gonna go and try to get this entire upper area done. I think is the idea. So for right now, well, okay. I want to get through all of the new choices that we have not seen yet. Really, there's only one, which is right here. So we're gonna autofill our choices to go right here, and then we're gonna talk to Luxuria. I think is the idea. It's like this game. Well, we'll see what happens, Seto. We'll see. Also, Sapphire, how are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. So yeah, we're starting with Mediator. Just in case people don't know, Ira will be dead in this one. We have 33% with NVIDIA, 99% with Ira, who's dead, and 33% with whatever their name is. I can't remember. Luxuria, there we go. Dragon Basement, nice. Once again, for those who are wondering what's going to be happening during this game, I turn this down just a little bit because it's a little bit louder than normal. I will be reading all of the stuff, but all of the puzzles that we've already played, we'll just be speeding through. So I just want to let you guys know that that is what we're going to be doing. So yes, if you guys have watched the part 1 and part 2, a lot of this dialogue will seem the same, but that is going to be what we do. So, just to bring you guys up to speed about this one, Ira's dead, we made it through a door, we need to split up. With the puzzle solved, the doors were now operational. This group of 3 figured out this led to another hallway. From what they could see at the first, it was much more expansive than the last one, since it didn't have metal plates in place to stop their advance on one side. They arrived at a split in the road. One led to the left with many classrooms, and another fork with one direction blocked by more metal plates, while the right side led to a few more classrooms as well as a locked set of doors. Let's have a look at a long hallway. Or indeed, more interesting, I say. The 3 of them went down the hall, looking at each other. Some of them were stuck bolted in place, while others are only closed. The difference can only be felt when Ancora pressed onto them with both hands. 3 of them are accessible. Those are the next puzzle rooms. Only 2 were down this way, though. After a while, the hallway turned to the left. Well, this was mentioned in 3 classrooms, correct? I reckon, though, one last one might be the way. I'm Not so sure about that. The teacher proceeded to try peeking into the familiar classrooms to no avail. The doors were all closed as per usual, and all of them had a high rectangular window covered by a metallic plate. Tristidia took the lead to check further in, at the very back, only to stop after reaching the corner. Ankara joined him, acting all curious. This is a dead end. There's a door, but it's got a lock I haven't seen here yet. Judging by where we are, the metal plates separate us from the very first hallway we went into. Thinking back to the map, Ankara knew he was correct. While he spoke, Avronia pushed onto the doors, but they were all completely bolted down. No use for all of these doors either, they're all completely shut. I don't think any of these are going to unlock. It's almost like they're just walls. Like most of them in the first hallway, huh? He spent a moment thinking about what it meant before he shrugged it away, motioning for the others to get a move on. Well, let's go back and share everything we found with the others. Thanks, Sparky, I appreciate it. The group agreed up to the proposition and they went back to the split, while the others had conspicuously arrived a second later, including Luxuria. After a brief discussion on what was good to do next, the group split back up. Luxuria, Nvidia, Gula, and Superbia were checking out the classrooms down the hall, while the first trio went over to the closed door they spied earlier. Within seconds, they were standing in front of it. Much like the previous two doors, this one had a puzzle next to it. However, it wasn't lit up yet. By the way, you'd be dead now. Fun fact, once you hit 6 hours in the game, you get an achievement. It's pretty awesome. We might have to do another voting session to force this panel to light up. That's a guess if I've ever heard one. It just makes sense. Everything so far has been methodically built to bar our way when we go to move fast. This door isn't going to open anytime soon then. So what now? Now we decide on our groups. Let's wait for them and split. They didn't have much time. The clock was ticking. A few seconds later, the other group joined back with them again, and the discussion about how to split was delayed once more when Luxuria mentioned the possibility to form a voting group. Oh no, that's not a good idea. People grouping up ahead of time to decide on voting others out jeopardize the normal decision-making process. Someone needed to chip in, so after some consideration in Korra, we took Luxuria's side. We're going to try choosing some new options here. Maybe it would be good if we all group up based on who we trust most and decide on who's the most trustworthy ones. We could avoid having scuffles later on. It would also save us time. Well, that's still unfair for the rest of the others who aren't part of it. It is like condemning them to die, no? But our trust with Luxuria is now 66%, let's go! That's a recipe for disaster if I've ever seen one. People can do really terrible things when they're backed into a corner. And precisely. That's probably just unfair on the rest, and it will lead nowhere. It will give a few of us a position of power over the rest. Luxuria and Ankara looked at the others. Avridia, Tristidia, and Nvidia were all nodding their heads. Gula didn't seem to truly be sharing their opinion, but all she could give was a slight shrug towards the two, considering she was outnumbered. Good job, Gula. Good job. I think I'm a teacher, so normally I talk about unity too, but I think we should make a group this time. I have a feeling I'd be excluded from it because my situation is different. Or some other excuse. What's with all the emotes, by the way? Plainly understood. I'm certain this endeavor would serve only to truly and well drive a wedge between all of our personages. You stared at her nails, making no eye contact with anyone, or helmet contact as it were, but no chance of making any additional alliances. Ankara gave up on the idea for now. It's a little too dangerous when absolutely everyone is around, because who are we kidding? Of course they're going to be a vote group sooner or later. I guess that's that. But what about me cards? Did any of you find any more? Personage. Actually, we haven't. Luxuria looked quite bothered, but only Ankara seemed to notice. As far as B told us, we have to explore more of these death traps to find additional cards. Looking in the hall didn't give us anything. I have a theory of our 3 teams will end up with 9 total cards again. Of course, we won't need all those cards to vote. And the first rooms didn't even have 9 cards either. That came later. Probably the same here too. But we're going to need them to finish discarding them in the slots of that weird hexagon or whatever, either way. Yeah, so there's no chance for us to slack off. The doors to the first rooms haven't opened again since we left them, so if we don't get those cards, we're completely stuck. You're good, Sparky, you're good. We should organize our splitting according to our skill level then. Balanced teams, huh? Ankara knew what that meant. It meant that since she'd already proven herself to be smart, she wouldn't have much of a choice with whom to go. Going with Tristidia seemed out of the question. True. Okay, 1 second. There we go. Precisely. Each set of our... What am I doing? Each set of our specific individual better poised to solve these infernal contraptions. As a result, it would be best to split up accordingly and decide skillful lot. Korra, Ula, and I are the ones who did most. What the others said? Those who did least were Ira, Lux, and Vidi. No, that's wrong. Ankara interrupted him while shaking her head. In our room, Vidi did a good amount of stuff. Bia bitched and moaned the entire time, and barely helped. Wait, come to think of it, what is Bia doing? She's been naturally quiet. The entire group noticed that the girl was gone. Did she even come back with the other group? She might have remained in the hallway, come to think of it. First, let's get the groups made, then whoever ends up with her will go fetch her, okay? Everyone is in agreement. That means we should form the team something like Ula, Ava, Vita, and me, and 3 others will be Lux, Bia, and you, Cora, go together. Wait, you want me to team up with Bia? She want to be dead. I'm aware. Maybe she won't hate you as much if we both put her on the same team. Huh, strange teams. You're putting girls with girls and boys with boys. Now that you mention it, you're right. Still, I think this is our best lineup to force some differences to fall for the next voting session. Something was definitely nagging at Tristidia. The more he spoke, the more his tone became a little detached. It's as if he was thinking about something. Huh. Cora lifted by for a moment because her objection to grouping with Superbia hadn't been entirely shut down. Wouldn't grouping with Ava and Ula be fine too for me? He was caught short, still halfway in his thoughts. I guess that would be fine too. I don't really have an objection. It does unbalance Bia's team, however. Then I'll take Bia with me and Vita will go with Lux. If that's your choice, Cora. Cora had a choice. Either the teams would be Ancora, Luxury, and Superbia, Team 2 Nvidia and Tristidia, and Team 3 Everidia and Gula, or there'd be Ancora, Everidia, and Gula, Team 2 is Superbia and Tristidia, and Team 3 is Nvidia and Luxuria. And we're going to be going with Luxuria and Superbia. Last time we went with Everidia and Gula, and Tristidia shot everybody. So let's avoid that. Let's avoid that at all possible. I'll just stick to the original plan with Bia and Lux. Since we're going with Bia, we should go look for her real quick. She can't have gone much further. The only way out of the wing was the way they all came in from, since anything leading further in was blocked by doors or walls. Because the doors clearly didn't have the rabbit in their surroundings, there was only one place she could be, after the bend on the left. Yeah, sure. She still didn't care much the group of Superbia after the fiasco of the first voting session. While they deliberated about it, Everetti and Gula readied themselves and made their way to the door closest to the group, the first one down the hall on the left. Viti and I are going to take the second one here, and you two can get Superbia and take her back to the locked doors. There's a classroom that you can enter, I believe. How does that sound? I don't really have a preference. Nvidia didn't seem in disagreement with that course of action. Ancora wasn't either, so the group started walking. However, she could tell that something was bothering Tristidia. Hey Trist, something on your mind? No, not really, but I was thinking about epiphanies. You know what an epiphany is, right? Yeah, kind of. Had an idea? Maybe. I don't know if I can really talk about it yet, though. I'm a little bit reticent for now, since it's still somewhat baseless. No worries, Sparky. So he did have an idea then. Ancora. Let's start out with Luxuria. Let's not press Tristidia for right now. Well, no matter for now then. Lux, are you okay? Yeah, we're at max with Lux. Let's go. Ancora directed a flood of positive energy toward the partner she'd have for the next room, ignoring Tristidia's pondering for now. Yeah. Think we'll be fine though? The blonde one nodded with an encouraging smile. It wasn't like Luxuria could see it, but Ancora wished she could have. Have to remember everyone's a criminal here, can't get too acquainted with them. Even Luxuria did something. Despite that thought, Ancora decided to play along with Luxuria's whims for the time being. She was going to keep her friends close and her potential enemies closer. I guess it seems like that's the plan since she's at 99%. But, I mean, once again, Seto, I don't know for sure if getting to 99% means that we're killing something. Also, what the heck, monstrous whoopee raid. Hello, Laxi. What up, Princess Staple? Crispy Bacon? Monster Blukari O'Connor? Light Gazer? Pixel Man? Chaos Demonic Soul Reapers? Saxits? I think it's Saxits. Monstrous whoopee raid. I'm gonna take a guess that is monstrous. Might be Monster Blukari O'Connor, because I recognize the name Blucario. And welcome, Raiders. How's it going? How are y'all doing today? Matt. Monster Matt Gaming. Ah, it's Monster Matt Gaming, isn't it? Right? I think that's the name. I've heard that name before. Monster Matt. Gotcha. Listen, it was a 50-50 shot. Gotcha. W. How y'all doing, Raiders? Welcome. Got it. Got it. Get some water in my system. Being harassed by what? Sato, you're fine. Today doing pretty good. I've been asleep for most of today. Yep. Renee W, thank you for subscribing, join the kit party. Welcome. Welcome everybody. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit curious why you guys would raid a visual novel of all things. Also, what up, Darthlivin? How's it going? Interesting. It's interesting choice. I'll explain here in a moment. Goodness gracious. What was Monster Matt playing, by the way? Hey, there's Monster Matt speaking of the devil. How's it going, Monster Matt? Thank you for the raid. Hope you're having a good day. What were y'all playing? I'm curious. You wanted to know what this was? Well, I'll explain that in a moment. I had no idea what the game was. Gotcha. Monster Bucario Connor, thank you for subscribing to the Kid Party as well. Welcome. So, first things first, to introduce myself for those who don't know. My name is Katathi. I'm a variety streamer here, or content creator on YouTube. I play a lot of different games, ranging from Nintendo games like Animal Crossing, Splatoon, Super Mario Maker, to a lot more non-family friendly games, because I'm not a family friendly content creator like this game, Birth Me Code, Persona 5, Final Fantasy 7, Dead by Daylight. I play a whole lot of different games. Tons of different games. Jumping in with Monster to say hello. Well, thank you. The $10 stream challenge. Basically, someone tags you with a $10 US dono. Okay, well, dang. That's an interesting challenge. That's definitely interesting challenge. Okay. Interesting. The problem is, I have over 1,500 games, sponsored Matt, so finding a game that's less than $10 at this point, it's a little bit more difficult, but I got you. Yeah, I have so many different games, but that's an interesting challenge. $10 streamer. Okay. What was the game though? Give my library as well. I gotcha. Also, let me explain this game. So, if you guys are Danganronpa fans and Zero Escape fans, you'll love this game. This is a game called Birth Me Code, which is created by, from what I understand, and I could be wrong, but this is created by one guy who goes by the name Miracle Moon. He created this in another game that you don't have to play altogether, but, well, you have to before you play the third game. But this is a written, sound, art, all by one guy, Miracle Moon. This was actually, I'm playing this game actually right now, because the developer gave me a code through my friend SHSL Blaze, who's also streaming this game. The general gist in this game is you are the mastermind of this killing game. You're the one who actually set it up and organized it. You are now in a group with 8 other criminals. You have to try to kill every single criminal in there. Well, mainly you want to kill the traitor, and not so much looking to kill the criminal, or kill everybody else in it. You also get to hack into everyone's helmets. You don't see their faces, but you can hack into their helmets to see what they see and gain their trust by having information that can be used against them at any point. Right now, you guys are looking at the trust screen where we have 99% with Snake, her name is Luxuria, and then there's also Lion at 99%, who he is dead. He got shotgunned to the face. he's dead. And then we got Wolf, who is 33%. But yes, you can raise everyone's trust levels to determine how a vote will go, because yes, there is voting in this game to vote who dies so the others can live. Not so much find the murderer that's in Danganronpa and then sentence them to execution. This one's mainly, who do you think is the traitor amongst everybody? Discuss it, kill who you think is most likely. So yeah. No, Seto, you cannot. You cannot. Jigsaw trap? Essentially what happened... To put it bluntly, is let me show you guys something else too. We'll be right back to the screen. Right now we're about to go into an escape room sort of section. This is also a flowchart in the game. And the flowchart of the game, the way this works is there are spoilers. What up, Like Gazer? How's it going? Yep, there's definitely spoilers and such. I'm not going to try to explain too much there, but there are 24 save files. When you go to a different save file, you are locked into whichever flowchart that you're stuck in. So right now, I can't switch any of my options here to go anywhere else. So I'm stuck in this part for this save file entirely. And same goes for a lot of the other ones too, that we've lost. Right now for this one, we are doing the top path. So to kind of give a gist there, and once again, I do recommend playing this game on your own if you have the time. It's $25. It is fantastic. There's been so many twists and turns, and the fact that it's one person, I believe, who's created this all, Miracle Moon, is just fantastic. Is absolutely fantastic. But the general gist is, we woke up, we pretty much are the mastermind who got everything going. We woke up with Wolf and Rabbit and started befriending the Wolf. We solved an escape room. We still kept befriending the Wolf. We met everybody else and solved a puzzle to unlock further access. We have the ability to go in other people's helmets, so we decided to go into Lion's helmet, who was talking to Rabbit and Lion, found out they already know each other, use that against Lion, who then agreed that he should die for his own sins. He died, and then now we're going into another escape room. What up, Addy? How's it going? But yeah, everyone's based off of animals. A little bit. Right now we're on this top path, so all of our choices go here. And another cool feature in this game is you can actually switch between the choices you choose as time goes on. However, once you're locked into a choice, you are locked into a choice. Is visual novels out? Yeah, no, this one, and this one, once again, shout out to Miracle Moon and my friend SHSL Blaze for getting me a free copy for the game to essentially review and play through. So, and there are 9 people total. Just to show that real quick. After a group of 4, went down the hall. There we go. Yeah, because we already read that. Trust. So we have Pig, who is a teacher. Cow, who is her name is Everidia. Pig is Everidia. Cow is Gula. Wolf is Nvidia, and Vidia is amazing, and nobody should ever hurt Wolf. Lion is Ira. Rabbit is Superbia, Snake is Luxuria, Horse is Tristidia, and then there's this person who died before we even met them. Fun fact. But we know based on, and this happens very, very early in the game, so just, once again, there's spoilers, so I recommend if you guys don't want to check out the visual novel, you know, just take a few steps back. But this question mark person we understand is Panda, based on what Luxuria saw before. Panda's head exploded. So yeah, everyone's heads explode in this game at one point. But there's a lot of death. If you guys don't like death, probably stay away from it. But recommend, you know, checking this game out. There's definitely a lot. But I feel like I need to explain it because otherwise you guys will not understand what we're doing right now. Right now, just to put in perspective in this game, we're going into an escape room to try to figure out an answer. We don't know what the question is yet, so with that, jumping back into the game. But thank you once again, Monster Matt, for the raid. I appreciate it. But visual novels, they're great. We're going in too. Have fun with Bia. Yeah, Bia doesn't like us. She tried to kill us, and then we killed her boyfriend. So yeah. Ancora could tell that was sarcasm. With a wave, the two of them vanished inside the room. Ancora tried to stretch her neck over to peek inside, but the door was already shut by the time she had an opportunity to do so. Let's get Bia now. Ancora could also tell that she wasn't too enthused about it. No surprises there, very few of them were enamored with the bunny girl, if anyone at all. For good reasons. Very soon, their steps brought them to the corner of the hallway where Superbia had disappeared to. It was right next to the metal plates Ancora had previously investigated. Thank you, I appreciate it. Aww, she's sad. There she was, sitting against the wall, holding her knees together against her body. She wasn't looking good. The helmet obscured her features, but it was still the first time she displayed herself in such a way. What the fuck do you two want? Go away. She was not in a good mood. Look, we have to go explore the rooms. You insane? I'm not moving from here. If things have to get bad, then let them get as bad as they'll be. I don't care. I don't think we can reason with her. Luxuria timidly spoke to Ancora. Seeing how the situation wouldn't improve if they did nothing anyway, she gave it a shot. Yeah, we should form a folk group. Ancora remembered the idea of a folk group and how it was shut down by the rest of the people. Then again, Gula didn't seem like she cared one way or another about it. Technically, they did have 3 people in it. And with Superbia, it would be 4. As much as she didn't want to think about it, Ancora believed that could work. What a conundrum. Either not have a vote group and be at the mercy of everyone else again, or form a vote group with this, bad egg. What's word of the day do? It's word of the day. So it tells you the word of the day thanks to Merriam-Webster. So if you want to learn new words that you can use in papers or anything, or want to impress your teacher, it's a good one to use. So what's that gotta do with me? I don't like seeing you like this. I was thinking we could include you in it. We'd all vote for the same person since we'd be for in it then. She left what would happen up in the air, but it was clear. This did get Superbia's attention, and soon enough she perked up a little bit. Well, I guess this won't get me killed. Ancora knew Superbia was thinking about it now. A few moments later, and she slowly stood back up, looking a little reticent, but willing to cooperate. Huh, Luxuria actually convinced her rather easily. It was a little smooth too. Fine. Fine then. Whatever. Okay, I'm in. That was easy. Having a chance to not immediately die in the next vote has that effect, yes. The rabbit girl was a little less reticent to accompany the others. Ancora was thankful for that because they needed their full team of 3 to begin with. I'm very happy about that. Let's go now. We really have to hurry to that first room. We'll run out of time. Lily tried to do that rank command though. Rank command indeed. The group ran back to the closed doors and slid into the room next to them. All in all, this meeting had taken a few minutes off their clock. Inside, what was greeted them was the principal's office. Yo, this is a dope looking principal. Wow, good job, Lily. This is a dope looking principal's office. Little messy, I will have to say, but look at the artwork. Look at the shelves. I wish I had shelves like that. I wish I had shelves like that. That looks really cool. Like having the shelves come like on the back area right there, just like kind of like right on the wall right here. Hey, what up, Baba? How's it going? Sorry, and speaking of Baba, the principal's office. They marveled at this room they had never seen firsthand, and then the 39 seconds elapsed. Also, this is Pandora. She's also running this area. On the dot, the visions were all taken by me. Or, well, her name is me, but also Pandora. There's a lot of people. Shows Subnautica. Yeah, true. Very, very true. Just as the door leading outside of the room locked. I hope you remember the newspaper article from the first room you explored, because this is the principal's office, home of the principal, the man who was arrested. Normally, it is in another wing, but that wing was destroyed by an explosion. Terrible affair, isn't it? And why am I mentioning this? I'm gonna need something. I'm gonna need a note card again. Hold on, where's my note cards? Oh man. Gonna need note cards because we have to write stuff down. I wonder if you can put together the puzzle. Anyway, your question for this room is, what crime did the principal commit? That man is rather large link between all of you, even if you ignored it up to now. Unfortunately, you won't be learning his name yet. I say that, but someone in your group already knows his name, since they are relatives. If they remember it, that's another matter entirely. Maybe you'll learn it soon. Either way, that's my introduction done. Don't forget, I'll see you later. Who is evil? Lily? Or me? Or our character? The entire speech was much shorter this time around, lasting only a minute or two. The group of three looked at each other, trying to determine how to take that information. Let's split up then. We have this whole room to search. Nico reported to an opening in the wall in the far back. And there's that area too. We should investigate that. Do you think there's another room connected to this one as part of the puzzle? Oh, Lily? I gotcha. What do you think would be around the principal's office? Beats me. Okay, let's go. The three of them split up as conveyed. Superbia took the left side while Luxuria focused on the right side, leaving Anchor to do as she pleased. So welcome to Deduction. If you guys like escape rooms, you guys like Zero Escape, this is what this is. However, this one's a little bit easier because if you press shift, everything lights up. So let's go. Can I hide this? How do I click books? How do I click the books? Hold on. That seems like it's impossible to click. Okay, weird. That's the door we entered through, and now it's locked. That's right. Searching it is useless right now. And sometimes you have to search multiple things. You would choose to go with the unlocks? Yes, correct, Baba, correct. And over here, we have a lot of binders. They're empty, and there's a green pot. Also empty, and some books. Empty. Superbia's head. Just as empty as... Hey, you tricked me. Yeah, Superbia is a little bit of an airhead. She's also really angry. Excuse me. I was trying to get like water in my system. I'm still super tired, not gonna lie. Let's see what's on here. Oh, these are connected, okay. This is a big mess. How are we supposed to find anything in this pile of books? I don't know. It's not just made of books either. There are newspapers. I think I'm spying a secret journal with a lock. Okay, well, that's interesting. Really? What would a grown man do with that? Maybe it's not his own. The two of them searched the books for a while, trying to find out anything about the principal. Eventually, Superbia noticed they were doing that for a while and joined them. What are you two adults doing now? We're looking for clues. In this messy pile of books? Fine, I'll look too. Guess she wants to get this whole search done and over with faster. I wonder why she changed her mind. Beforehand, she wasn't all too useful. Now she's a lot less reticent. I love the name. I love the word reticent. Cause like, it's such an interesting word. Like reticent. Bye, Lily, take it easy. But yeah, if you guys are in school still and you have like papers to write, reticent is a good word. If I recall, it's like, you know, I think the definition relates to, like essentially useless or like bitchy, I think is the word. I want to just double check this real quick. Reticent. It's an interesting word. Not revealing one's thoughts or feeling readily. Oh, okay, so it's somebody who hides their thoughts. Okay, gotcha. So she's a lot less quiet, I guess, or hiding her true thoughts. The three of them separated the pile into books, newspapers, and the lone secret journal. There was no way to unlock that last one, but they could at least make heads or tails of the newspapers. The books seemed rather largely useless. There are a few articles that might be interesting. This one is the one we already saw before about the murder that occurred at school. It's marked with a number. It says 2. There's this one marked with a 7, related to the bomb that blew up parts of the school. And there's this one where he was taken in by the police, marked with a 4. I think those are all the articles that seem to be linked. No, there's a 4th one. This one talking about drugs, and it's marked with a 1. Apparently one of the rooms at the school contained a massive amount of drugs. No one ever went in or out, and eventually would arouse suspicion. And that's when the contents came to light. After a second to take in all the new information, Luxuria voiced a concern. But does this really help us, does it? We still don't know which of all these is the principal's crime. We should keep the numbers in mind, at least. I bet they're linked to this room in general. The trio kept in the newspaper closed for future reference. What's in here? Behind this desk are some drawers. Mind taking a look in them? Hey, you found them. Why don't you do it for a change? Superbia was about to retort, but she cleared her throat instead. It seemed as though, for a moment, she was going to act as she always did. But in the end, she restrained herself. Well, fine. I'll do it then. With the surprising turn of events, Superbia opened the drawers herself, one by one, checking into each of them for any clue. She reached into the final one and pulled out an item. There's a key in here. It's not like the ones before. It's missing some parts? Hey, Spirit, how's it going? No idea. She showed the key to Ankora. Definitely. This key was only half of one. With only one half a key, there weren't many locks that could be opened. I guess we have to keep our eyes peeled for anything that resembles the other half of the key, and we also have to find where the lock is. Maybe it opens a box? Not necessarily. She pointed at the hallway behind the wall, a little further away. There's a door in there, and it's locked. I think that's where this goes. Hey, Word, how's it going? Wow, did you quadruple your intellect in the span of 5 minutes? Hey, fuck off! I can be helpful if I want. Just if you want, huh? Yes, just if I want, Shorty. Let's keep searching now. We don't have much time to waste. She reminds me a little of NVIDIA like this. Okay, I'm gonna open it. The small and timid girl reached for the handle, then she pulled the door open. Inside was... Eek! Inside was a large part of formaldehyde with a head containing within. A human head. Bye, Connor. Take it easy. Also, we found a head. This is Futurama now. This is Futurama. Why did we find a head in a jar? I don't think this is related to this room. She closed the door afterwards, left the desk surroundings. Ankora watched it all happen from the sidelines, offering no comments. I better check on it again just to make sure anyway. Leaning down, she opened the door and looked into it again. There sure was a head contained in the pot of formaldehyde. It was kind of hard to tell because the hair was covering the entire side. Let's see, underneath it there are a few words. First, eliminate 2. Huh. Something's familiar about this presentation. I can't exactly put my finger on it. Did you hear me, Lux? From the side, an apprehensive Luxuria nodded her head to confirm that she heard what was underneath the pot. Ankora closed the door again, deciding against dragging the head outside for an extended period of time. Well, that's that. First, eliminate 2. Let's remember that. Alright, where's my pencil? Where's my pencil? Pencil? There it is. Alright. First. 2. Okay, so I gotta remember this. You're head in the game now? Yep. It's lots. So what you miss? It's a lot to discuss. Also, let's talk. Well, we don't really want to talk to them because talking to them gives us hints, and we don't want hints. Go in here. And in this corner, nothing. In the opposite corner, nothing. Of course, there's nothing. All their contents have been spilled out onto the floor. Luxuria approached the glass in front of the bookshelves just as Ankora noticed her moving over. She called out to the smaller girl, closing the distance between them. I don't think that's going to open right now. There's some kind of electronics. Yeah, I know. Behind the glass is a bunch of books. I don't see anything interesting. Then why would it have the keypad? Just know, by the way, in this run, I guess the general gist is we are with Superbia and Luxuria into the 3rd classroom, and that's what we're trying to figure out. We're trying to figure out what the principal's crime was. That is our question. And this is a death game. It's the basic gist I got. I don't know, maybe there's something. Like you said, though. She dejectedly sighed. Can't open it yet. Let's go back here and see what there's a door here, and wait, we still only have half a key. Hearing the girl talk about a key, Luxuria came into the little hallway in the back of the room. You mean a half like this one? She showed the item to Anchor before the blonde girl took it in to add to the other half, busying her hands while they spoke about it. Yes, that's exactly it. Where did you find it? I don't remember. How do you forget something like that? That doesn't make any sense to me. I just don't remember, okay? Maybe it was in a drawer or something. Well, whatever. This works anyway. Let's see. On the count of 5, 4, 3, 4, 5. Hey, wait. Where did you come from? Hey, what up, Eric? How's it going? It's all good, Eric. It's all good. No one knew. Yeah, it's just Ira. Superbia joined the two of them out of nowhere. Without a word, she gave an annoyed sigh and snatched the key from Makor's hand, hip-bumping the girl on over to take her spot, and she inserted the key into the keyhole, turning it to unlock the door. No more dumb countdowns. We have a whole other room to explore, so let's get going. Our time is diminishing by the minute. Another group could use the little back hallway to go into the next room. So what's in this next room? What the fuck? Why is in the principal's office is there clockwork? Why is there clockwork things in the principal's office? This is cool. I always wanted to have one of these grandfather clocks. No, Baba, we have not. We're gonna not hack Lux's helmet just because I think it leads to the bottom path, and I don't want to do that yet. It looks old, and also what's with this cog imagery about the clock itself? She pointed with her thumb, tracing the surface of the clock with it afterwards to check for dust. I mean, it's interesting, but also, Seto, no hinting at spoilers or hinting at anything. I know you know the game, but don't try to spoil it, dude. So when did the Rift Pass start? 2 days ago. Bye, Eric. Take it easy. Hey, you're gonna mess with the time. So what? You can adjust these hands, but it's not like we know if this has a purpose or anything. Either way, there's no dust. This was placed here recently. Alright, so that's the door to lead in and out. Okay. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the bitchiest of them all? Anchor glanced over at Superbia. The bunny girl was taking a nap on the bed. She's even already asleep, huh? That seems the need to feed her an apple. Lol. Alright, sounds good, Seto. What about this wardrobe? Won't unlock. Neither the left nor the right door works. I think we have to do something else first. The small girl crossed her arms, rather put off about her investigation, yielding no results. Just have to figure out what to do with it then. Let me guess, these contain nothing too? No, they contain a piece of paper. Look, it says, finally eliminate one. Alright, finally. What the heck? Okay, I don't know why I was making that sound. Hold on. Finally eliminate one. Okay. That sounds pretty important to solve this room, if you ask me. I think I'm getting the hang of this now. Let's pool it with the other important stuff we found. You know, I'm really freaked out by this room. Who the hell would have a bedroom in a school? Maybe it's a replicated one, not the actual one. Duh. That must have been obvious. Then again, you don't expect Pandora to be able to do something like this, so I can't fault them for not thinking about it. I just wonder about the reason for replicating all these rooms. Maybe it's so we all feel at home? I don't feel like Pandora would want us to live here, though. We only have 6 hours in total, more or less. If either of you want to search this bed more, feel free. I'm going to check the rest of the stuff in here. It all looks so interestingly comparatively. Yeah, sure. Leave the people with the lesser stuff, won't you? You feel like someone who leaves the people with the lesser stuff, so that's your purgatory now. True. There's the dictionary on the shelves above the bed. To be more precise, it's a dictionary in parts? Who would read the dictionary as small-time literature? Wouldn't that get absurdly boring or something? Why no stories about unicorns? Yo, unicorns! They're dope. They fart rainbows. Judging by the look at this place, I don't think whoever lives here would read stories about unicorns. Alright, we need to start double-checking some things. There's a thesaurus in there, too. Is that some kind of dinosaur? The thesaurus... The Thesaurus Rex. Okay, the Thesaurus Rex. You mean the Tyrannosaurus Rex? A thesaurus is just a dictionary for obnoxious people. This isn't useful enough search. Guess we could shelve this thought for now. GG. Came back to check on the peasants, didn't you? Yep. I'm not a peasant, you idiot. I don't care what you are. I care about what you found, if you found anything. There was this piece of paper with a diagram. It was giving a bunch of hours, and I don't get it at all. Just take it. I'm gonna sleep here a little. In the middle of an investigation? Didn't you just say we didn't have much time before? A girl needs her beauty sleep. Anything else? Holy shit, a lion, get in the car. What was about? Oh, what the hell? I'm having a nap. No, get back to the search. Oh my god, a lion. So what's in our items? Let's check everything we had. So what's on this diagram? With hours written on it, so I'm guessing it has to pertain to this clock, right? The moment I stepped in here, I knew this clock was cool. After admiring the clock for a short moment, Encore pulled out the piece of paper with the hours on it. Slowly, she adjusted each clock hand to the hours, minutes, and seconds indicated on it. Seeing how a few combinations didn't work in any way whatsoever, she gave up, not understanding what was wrong. Tried out 3 combinations? The bunny spied onto the paper Encore was holding, the one Superbia herself had found. None of them work. Try adding them together. Encore tried that, but she saw no result. She was about to give up, but after a few seconds had passed, a small click echoed from a nearby piece of furniture. Wait, looks like it unlocked something else. Let's investigate that. The rabbit already left the surroundings by the time Encore realized that the clock itself opened too. Inside was an object, waiting at the very bottom. It was a golden key. Perfect, now maybe we can get that journal open. Yeah, and keep talking to yourself aloud too. Good idea, Encore. This is where I heard the click from. This thing should open now. Just as predicted, the doors flew wide open after Encore tugged onto them. She hadn't expected them to open nearly this easily, so the force she made her fall down right onto her ass. Ouch. Hey, watch out. Do my sensory input devices deceive me? Did sensory inputs deceive me? Did she just care for somebody else? Holy crap, she's getting better. You almost bumped into me. Oh, okay. Inside is another one of those pieces of paper. This one says second eliminate 4. I wonder what that's about. Alright, so we're gonna eliminate some paper, some articles. Clearly they're directives, but I'm not sure if we have everything we need with this. Let's keep looking around longer. True. Alright, is there anything on the mirror? I can barely see myself in the mirror when I'm close up. Me too. We're too short for normal people mirrors. Isn't it a little high actually? Kind of. Someone tall must live here. Taller than me at least. Interesting. Alright, let's open this journal. This has to quickly become a mess again, even though we split them up. I guess there's no helping it. Luxury didn't seem bothered by the mess at all. Feeling at home? I don't clean up very often, so my room gets a little messy too. Actually, let's open the thing. Use the golden key on the journal. Using the key she found in the clock, Encore opened the journal. Flicking through the pages, she looked for any hints, but it was clear this was purposely left blank for the most part. Find anything in it? Not yet. The pages are all blank. Superbia tried swiping the book over to give her own cursory search, but Encore avoided her by quickly shifting to the side. She was nearing the end anyway. The most interesting page was the penultimate one in which some words were written, accompanied of a large periodic table of elements. It says, I'll get them for what they did to you, Dad. On the very final page, third, eliminate 7. I'll get them for what they did to you? What? So is the traitor the one who is related to the principal? Who's related to the principal? This is all very important stuff. I'll have to keep note of it. Keep note of the latter part at least. The first part is not related to the answer to this room. It's just that this principal has a daughter. Someone with daddy issues, huh? And what's with this periodic table? That's so dumb. So the traitor's a girl. So that means that Tristidia and Luxuria are not the traitor. Which means that it's either snake, rabbit, cow, pig, or panda. Because panda probably is a girl too. Looks like it was 3 guys, 6 girls. Encore closed the journal back up to resume her search. The trio approached the bookshelves. I think we can open this now. We found a few pieces of evidence with numbers on them, and this keypad takes numbers. Oh, I want to do it. What's the code? The code has something to do with these numbers. Remember, 7, 2, 1, and 4? Yeah, so what's the code? Her tone was a little more demanding now. She stood beside the keypad. It was clear she wanted to input the number. Well, we had indications before too. How did they go again? Something about elimination. 2471. There you go. The answer 2471. Encore communicated the answer to Luxuria, who immediately input the combination, making the glass door open slightly. Now the group could access the books inside. Probably. I might have accidentally said that. Huh, I thought the numbers were for... Hey, look inside. There's some me cards. Let's go, me cards. What up, TW? How's it going? Excuse me. Luxuria already had swiped one and she gave the other to Superbia. However, since there were only 2 cards, it left Encore without one. There's something else inside though. Encore managed to grab a key out of the bookshelves from behind other books. Its teeth are in the shape of a G. In the shape of a G, uh-huh. And there's something else. There's a piece of paper inside. I bet it's related to the question. Pulling it out, She read it over and then showed it to the others. Apparently she had no idea what it meant. If you eliminate those 4, what is left? That's what it says. Feels like this time around we don't have a lot of possible outcomes, huh? Yeah, it's pretty simple for a question. Huh? Huh? What's simple? The answer, I think I have it. Even I could deduce it. Why was this room a hell of a lot easier than the first fucking dumb room we've been in? Whatever, let's gather at the door when you two are ready. They're right, anyway, the paper has everything to do with the question. Huh? What? Wait, what? Oh, that makes sense. It is the thing I thought of first. It is totally the thing I thought of first. Wait, I don't know what the answer is. Then don't answer the door. You have a 100% chance of living too. I mean, I'd like to understand the process. Oh, well, it's rather simple. She shrugged, motioning over to their combined findings. There's some stuff in there that most likely can't be used for multiple purposes. All we did, at least I'm assuming Superbia came to the same conclusion as mine, was apply that knowledge. The small girl scurried off to the papers, trying to make heads or tails of it all. A few moments later, she called out to the duo. So the crime the principal committed was the bombs? He was the one who set them off as revenge for getting arrested. No, wait. That's my conclusion too. It's the only thing that makes sense based on everything we gathered. No, that's wrong. She shook her head a little. The principal didn't set off the bombs. They're mostly decidedly someone else. I guess I'll just answer that. It's simply that way. No objection from me. None from me either. The two of them waited with bated breath as Ancora stepped forward and yelled as she did before. Let me out! The principal's crime is... Nothing. Nothing. For those who don't remember, in the beginning, or like earlier in the game, they say that the principal was 100% innocent. What up, Justin? How's it going? But yeah, they stated that the principal was innocent. So going into this room, I knew that the answer was nothing. But, so the principal got arrested for literally no reason. He did not commit any crimes. For a moment, it seemed like the answer was wrong, but the door came unlocked very shortly. The two other girls released a breath they'd been holding. What? What kind of answer is that? We searched through this entire place. We got a list of 4 crimes. 4, and the answer was no crime? Exactly. Eliminating all the numbers to open the bookcase was the only use for the indications we found here. I forgot to tell you, Lux, but we also found third eliminate 7 that I found inside the journal. We just didn't keep track of it on a paper or anything. So your reasoning was good, but it was just ignoring part of the solution. Well, let's get the fuck out of here then. Everything's unlocked, so let's live. I'm good, Spirit. There's only very few people I will end up playing with. People that I know and like actively talk to, so. But we're not playing DVD right now, playing this game. Time is going down, but we're fairly fast. Let's go. The two of them left, followed by Ancora. Probably one of the simplest rooms in here, perhaps even the simplest one altogether. But this is interesting, isn't it? While the answer should come at no surprise, we now have introduced other crimes into the equation. Crimes the principal didn't commit, of course not. The reason is that my emptiness is to blame for all of those crimes. Interesting. Okay. Yep. Bye, Monster Man. Take it easy. And thank you for the raid once again. Enjoy some supper. I still haven't eaten. I need to eat. Superbia, Luxuria, and Ancora emerged into the hallway. The door did not lock up yet. It would not until the timer was done counting down. At a glance, it didn't look like any of the other teams were out yet. From coming out of the last group to coming out of the first group, can we team up again for the next round? Do I press trust? Do I press... I don't know if I should press trust. Because here's the thing, last time I pressed trust, we found out that Superbia got shot, and then we realized that we were gonna die. I'll keep it hidden for now. She looked a little excited at how easy this room had been. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is that we have our meat cards now. She took hers out, looking at it for a brief moment. All of a sudden, Luxuria pointed at Ancora, having realized their little problem. But Cora doesn't have one yet. All she has is the key. We need to find one so we can vote at the consoles along with her. Yeah, maybe we should split up then. Let's do that while the others are still not done with their rooms. And thus the search began anew. After convening split up, Superbia went towards the closed doors, while Luxuria went back to the larger room and Ancora went to the corner she and Luxuria had fetched Superbia from. When Ancora walked by the second door down the hall, she heard a small click. Next, the door came open and just as quickly, out was Nvidia. Oh hey, Cora. Your group finished, huh? Yeah. Where's Trist? Oh, he's coming. He wanted to examine the room a little more. It's not really my stuff, so I decided to leave earlier. I got a meat card, and I guess your group found 2 too. Right, I also got this key. We showed it to Ancora. The teeth had a strange shape, and it formed the letter I. With the first one I got, I can now create an AI. AI? Yeah, an artificial intelligence. I'm kidding, it's mostly because the first one looked like an A, and this one's like an I, see? He scratched his jaw a little, pensive for a moment. To be entirely serious, I don't think it could make an AI, honestly. They're super complex, you know? They're a bit like us in design, an artificial person created by code who can think and improve on their own. Yeah, that's a little far-fetched. I don't know if we'll get there for a while. I mean, some people can still barely use the internet without taking over their phone line. True. But more importantly, about the keys, what do you think they mean anyway? They have letters on them, right? Whatever it is, it's not possible to solve without all the keys, but asking other people might tip me off to about their knowledge of this game. Beats me. Okay, listen, this is going to sound a little random, but which one do you like most in the group? Huh? What do you mean, That's sudden. No, the group of keys. Which letter do you like most? Oh, you mean that? Cora chose after a second. She picked... I understand how this works. I like the A key. I think I like the A key the most. See how the teeth just look like they're a real key? It's only subtle, the A key. Alright, nobody's increased. Okay, good. And no one's dead. Sweet. Interesting. I wanted to trade you my A key for your G key, in fact, so that's quite a coincidence, especially since it's an A key like Ankara. Oh, will you trade it to me? That would be kinda neat. Sure, that's why I brought it up. Ankara shrugged, having no real opinion in the matter. It was then decided that they would trade keys. The two of them traded keys together. Ankara gave her the G key away to Nvidia, while he gave her his A key. I thought it might be fun, that's all. We don't have a lot of time, and I guess if you got the key, then you might not have gotten a me card. Yeah, Lux and Bia got them, so we split up to look for them now. I love that 99 trucks plus. Yeah, hopefully we don't kill Lux. I actually like Lux. I wouldn't count on Bia being too useful for that, but I'll help then. I'll go search in those side classrooms, you know, all the random ones that seem to be locked. I'm sure we can access some of them, otherwise why not block them? Last time we got an F key, didn't we? Trist. Oh, I don't know what the F is for then. They're pretty much all empty. Sure, if you want. I'll go search in the corner area then. See you later. And the two of them parted ways. Ankara resumed her trip to the other end of the hallway, this time without any interruptions. When she arrived there, she heard a door coming open and closing. That was most likely Tristidia leaving the room. A few moments later again, she heard another door come open, this time in the far distance. Judging by the footsteps they allowed, it looked like Avridia and Gula both left their room. So everyone's out then. We have to find the meat card really quickly, or else... I almost forgot, but someone needs to surrender their right to live right now too. We're quickly running out of time. Ankara's helmet read almost 3 hours. They only had at most 10 minutes before the hour mark would close upon them, and everyone would lose at that point in time, if nothing was done. Bye, Pixel, take it easy, take it easy. Yet Ankara wasn't nearly so panicked. We've still got time. First, the me card, or maybe this is a good spot to spy on some of their helmets. After she thought about it a little more, it became apparent that this choice was the right one. While thinking, Ankara had been investigating the nearby door, which unlocked things to their newly obtained key. Here we go. That was easy. I need to thank VD later. We really need to drop this habit of talking about aloud to yourself, Ankara. Wait, did we just open the door? Pushing the door open, she entered the corner room. It was a staircase. It didn't go anywhere because the second floor was otherwise inaccessible. There was an emergency exit, but obviously it didn't open. There's no visible lock or handle. If this door was nothing but a wall. There was a strange graffiti on one of the walls. No one can see it unless they walked in here. It says, Midair Evonkis, anything else. What does it even mean? Mid-air... or avionics. Mid-air avionics, so flight. It likely is an anagram. I think it's an anagram. Absolutely. It's weird. If it's an anagram, it doesn't match anything that makes sense. I can't make heads or tails of it. I guess it's one of those things I'll have to keep in mind. It's going to bother me for a while, though. As soon as I get the hint as to what it really means, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to solve the cred out of this one. Well, this is as good a spot to spy to other people as it can be. No one's going to stumble into here. The real question is, who's available for hacking? It was dependent on the frequencies currently displayed. It seemed as though there were 4 possible helmets to spy upon this time around. That's the jackpot. Let's see, I can hack Nvidia, Superbia, Avaridia, or Gula. I want to hack Nvidia, though. I have no idea why he was so insistent on trading the A key over for the G key. The visuals came onto the screen where Nvidia's helmet was hacked. Bingo! Not even a puzzle this time. Wait, something's wrong. Why would there not be a puzzle this time? What is this? A blank screen? But the frequencies match. What does this mean? Maybe out of hacking range? Well, one problem has solved itself. No. Suddenly, everyone's visions were overtaken by me once again. Apologies for this abrupt call. It is very important, though. I must inform you that someone in your group has left the boundaries of the game. This is not currently allowed, so I have both good news and bad news. Which one do you want to hear first? Rhetorical. Everyone always wants to hear the bad news first, especially if they don't relate to them, which is this case here. That way, you could all feel sorry for what happened. And then you can celebrate with the good news. The bad news is that the one who is wearing the helmet that left the boundaries has now been removed from the game. That is right, they have surrendered their right to live. The good news is since someone has surrendered their right to live before the hour slice was over, well, now you have 1 more hour before the vote is required. Somebody died? Who died? Of course, you could always trigger the vote early. Remember that only 3 of you will not surrender their right to live, so if the survivors number above the count, you better get to work. If you had any puzzle door left to solve, however, you'll have to do the vote first anyway. No vote, no progress. I'll see you later. Do I check trust? Do I check who died? And then the screens came back to normal, and Chorus shuddered. Well, I know who surrendered the right to live. It's clearly NVIDIA. That's actually a little bad because he had 2 keys and it was quite helpful, but I guess we could worry over that later. Yeah, he's dead. That makes sense. No, it makes sense that it was NVIDIA. He probably used the G key, got out, and died. No. It was very obvious that it was NVIDIA, honestly. No, I was very obvious that it was NVIDIA. Right now I need to hack someone, especially because tensions will be at an all-time high due to someone surrendering their right to live. I've decided to hack... Well... Whose other trust can we get? I think Everidia would be our best choice. Yeah, it makes sense. Since it wasn't working, it made sense that he died. But how did he get outside the play area? It's all relative. Excuse me. Relative? It's all relative. What the heck? Alright, I was thinking E equals MC square. So maybe this equals MC? I have no idea. I'm literally at a loss. No, you can't say. Should I hit a hint? I should hint. Each equivalency is its own thing. From Rome to Einstein. Oh. Oh. Well, all these equal 5, don't they? From Rome to Einstein. Got it. All those equal 5. Okay, that makes sense. Except for MC squared, I don't know how that works, but okay. That makes sense. Whew. That was a little bit interesting. How I saw Roman numeral, so oh, it's Lux. We didn't find anything new, did we? Even though Ira's body is missing. Everidia and Luxuria were together. The two were in the crossroads, but they weren't far from Wing A. Luxuria was looking to an adjacent area containing some lockers, though she wasn't having any success. That still gives me the creeps. Next to them was a wall that was as empty as it could be. It was made of large rectangular metallic plates with other bits and pieces of metal shut tight against them. No matter how hard someone banged onto them, they didn't open. What a shame. I wonder where Nvidia went. Well, no point sticking around here. The two of them agreed and left the area to go back into Wing A. They wandered to one side for a few moments before realizing they were going back towards classrooms they'd explored. This isn't going to be really useful. I already searched that side. What about the classrooms? They split up, looking at each door in turn until they found one that was unlocked. Everidia turned the handle and stepped inside, while Luxuria waited outside. Why is she not going inside yet? Is she guarding the room? Nothing came of the strange behavior, and instead, Everidia left the room and closed the door behind her. In her hand was a meat card, clutching alongside her other one. You found one! Now Cora will be fine! Maybe. It would still do well to talk with others about, our additional hour. It's kind of hard to believe he's gone just like that. Yeah, I think I saw Bia going into the other hallway. Fine then, let's go there, even if I don't especially feel enthused about talking to her. Wait, what? Weird. They left the first part of Wing A to go back to the crossroads, spying Gula and Tristity in the distance, but not ones to leave their current goal aside. They went back into Wing A. In the second, most spacious hallway this time, very quickly they ran into Superbia. Oh, hey. At first, Superbia had tried to act like she didn't see them, but it became more and more possible as the two of them closed the distance. Have you found anything so far? Superbia was clearly growing frustrated again. No, I didn't find anything, but at least with Beatty gone, we got all the time in the world. I guess, but there's no point in rejoicing about it. What's the big deal anyway? Look, I want to be nice and whatever, but it's not like our predicament has been weighing down my mind. We're still going to die if we don't vote in the next hour or so, and honestly, the earlier we vote, the better. Do you really want to be nice, or are you just trying to say that like that? I just wanted to not be mean for those who are gone. What do they care anyway? They're gone. It's not like they're going to walk up to me and slap me. No, but I can do that. And as a teacher... And as a student, nobody gives a shit in here. You're the same as everyone else. That means you're expendable, according to Pandora. Expendable? Oh, you guys remember, yeah? Pandora is our leader. Or leader, I should say. Never seen her face. Still, give me directives. Hate that. Hate it so much. Hate being told what to do. I'm my own girl. You're your own bitch, yes. None of this is any useful. What were you doing before, anyway? Looking around here for a me card? Yes. Vidi told you before, he croaked. He did. How awfully nice of you, but I don't think you're going to find anything here. This is a waste. Luxuria had remained quiet for a while. Everidia was going to ask for input, but Superbia interrupted her just as she began talking. We should split back up. Good idea, for once. We can cover more ground that way. I'll see you two later. The teacher wandered off, leaving the two girls alone. What an idiot. The teacher went back towards other classrooms. Though her search ended up being unsuccessful, they already had found the mead card anyway. Now she was searching for Encore without a doubt. Without VD, things are a little bit emptier. We already lost 3 people. No point delaying it. I guess I'll go to the voting machine. There's also no point sticking around here anymore. As she walked away, Superbia came into her vision again. She was going in the direction of Ancore's hiding spot. The key was still in the lock, so if she didn't act quickly, the rabbit was going to figure out the store could be opened, and then things would spiral out of control. The simplest solution was just to cut the feed for the time being. Uh-oh. Hopefully we didn't get found out. Superbia came by Encore after the blonde girl had left the corner in which she'd previously been exploring. Cora, we're gathering back up, I think. Do you get any me card? Encore wasn't ready to go do the vote just yet. Deciding to extend the time towards which it would happen, she shook her head despite having found a me card. No, this area is as empty as before. There's gotta be more, right? I bet there are a lot of me cards we just aren't seeing because... You know how we need 39 me cards to finish this? If you calculate it like this, you get 987654. Together they add up to 39. This accounts for 6 hours of votes. You're right. That means we should have found 8 at this time around. Our total should be 17, but the rooms only gave us me cards until we reached 15. And I'd be fine with 15 since we're 6 left, but VD had 1. And now he's gone. Well, let's gather up anyway. We can figure this shit out then. Okay, yeah. That's bad that VD has a card, because that means we're down a card. And we can't waste it. Shit. She took the lead and Ancora followed behind. The duo made their way back through the Wing A with the goal of regrouping with the others in the crossroads. You know? Forget it. What was that? By the way, yeah, we're 66% sweet. What was that all about? I don't know. I feel strange inside, like I'm missing something. Maybe... The girl paused, stopping her movements near the puzzle door. Maybe you're missing Ira. You two were dating, right? And for all you keep saying, I think you needed him more than he needed you. Nonsense, fuck that, he needed me. No, please, stop. You're deceiving yourself. Look, just figure out what it really meant to you, your companionship with him. Because if you don't figure that out for yourself, I think you won't get a chance to. It's now or never. Uh-oh. Superbia remained silent, and the two of them walked again. Soon they arrived at the crossroads proper. Here we go, there's the shotguns. Yes, that's my idea. Please, don't feel bad for me. The group had been in a heated debate over who would be next on the chopping block. Luxuria apparently was making known her idea for the others to vote for her. Gula was supporting her choice, but Tristidia wasn't in agreement with it. Luxuria wants to die? Why does Lux want to die? Avertia was staying on the sidelines. As Ancor and Superbia approached the survivors, the horse-masked boy turned harsher. You're one of the few I still trust, so it can't be you. You're also the lowest threat of the group. I refuse to vote for you, because there are better targets. What's going on? Why does Lux want to be voted out? She says she wants to be voted out because she's fine with it. She's trying to win cute points, and I don't agree with it. You can't be everyone's martyr, Lux. Well, I agree with her. To be honest, I don't actually care who gets voted for next, if it's not me. And on the good old selfish routine, I should have expected it. If they agree with it, then there's nothing to do about it. Indeed, my choice has already been made. Luxuria managed to gather 3 votes out of them all. Superbia, Gula, and herself together almost had majority already. All Ancora had to do was agree with it, and they would have 4, giving the majority regardless of what the others would vote. But first, I want to know, Ancora, did you get a B card? And you should have found one by now. We need to have everyone ready for the vote as soon as possible. Yes, I know we have another hour. Shut up. Superbia was going to talk, but Tristidia cut her off as soon as she moved, which startled her enough to shut her up before she'd even said anything. You of all people should shut your mouth and let me talk. Where did that come from, you fat lard ass? I know what you've done, so if you don't want me to tell everyone else, you better shut up. Superbia was quick to retreat to her rabbit hole. Without any more interruptions, Tristidia resumed his questioning. So wait, Tristidia knows what Superbia's done already? That's odd. Okay. So did you get a me card yet? Why are they even voting for Luxuria anyway? Did she have some change of heart? Was this her plan from the beginning? She can't bring herself to vote for anyone else? Avertia stepped forward to say something, against all odds, but before she talked, Ancora nodded. Sorry, Bia. I lied because I didn't feel ready to vote. Not again. Good. We can vote now, then. I get that you don't want anyone to die again, but we're 5 minutes past the 3rd hour, and how many me cards do we have? 16 or something? And one's gone with Viti. We can't keep bickering like this. We need a plan, and we need 39 me cards, or everyone dies. Probably, Baba, probably. Reminding everyone of that fact, Tristidia caused a ripple of panic to spread across the group. Ancora found it a nice way to remind everyone of their current predicament. Oh, you're right. We're going to die. Even bigger of a reason to begin at once. That's why we should get the vote over quickly. Just vote for me. Yeah, let's just vote. Get this over with. But am I okay with this? To have Luxuria die by the vote? No, we can't vote for Lux. Lux has been the nicest girl so far. Instead, we should just vote for Bia. She's the biggest threat, and she repeatedly refuses to work with everyone else. Stop with these baseless accusations. And they're not too baseless, though. Fortunately for the matter at hand, it seems that Gula and Luxuria agreed with Ancora. Huh. Didn't think it would be so easy. If it's what the majority wants. Hey, wait a minute. That's not what we agreed on. What you agreed on? So bitch told me to vote for her, and now she's saying to vote for me? That's duplicitous as fuck. I'm not putting my head in front of that shotgun. Unfortunately for Superbia, Luxuria swiped her me card before she could even realize what was going on. The rabbit girl ran after the smaller one, but she was too fast, and soon the me card was in Superbia's console. Uh-oh. We all are forced to vote now. That's not good. It is bad. The others had followed the exchange while moving towards their consoles too, ready for the jump in if Superbia didn't cooperate. Shortly after, all me cards were in, and Gula and Tristidia were pushing Superbia towards the shotgun. You dickwads! You're fucking it up! I'm not the mastermind! You're all idiots! Stupid shit for brain morons! The insults kept coming as the clock ticked. Everyone took their spot as Superbia gesticulated. She slammed her vote down for someone, though it wouldn't change the ultimate outcome as everyone else was voting for her. Is it fine? I don't know. It feels like this is a mistake somehow. Something feels extremely amiss with how easily the situation was overturned. But it wasn't like Ancora had all the time in the world, either. She was the last one to vote. Bye! The board exposed the votes much like before. What happened was surprising. Even though everyone seemingly voted for Superbia, Ancora was the one with 5 votes. Superbia only had 1 single vote. What? Are you all... Did you all set this up? Ancora stared in bewilderment at the results. It was the final thing she would stare at. Shit, the rest of the group must have banded together. I knew this was proceeding far too easily. And then a gunshot rang out, but Ancora could only hear the first bit of it before she died and her life faded away. With this outcome, she had surrendered her right to live. I guess you should have been more vigilant. Should have tried to figure out what was going on so this didn't happen. Now that it's all over, there's no point in sticking around. Not that I can add, anyway. Something wonky happened to the consoles, to the voting panels. Alas, has nothing to do with me anymore. It's time to embrace eternity and finally rest. Huh. We died. Interesting. Well. That was odd. Huh. What up, Nova? How's it going? Interesting. Well, we died. I guess we're going to load file 7 now. Okay, what if I do this? So let's do Superbia, Ira, because we need to get Ira as much as possible right now. Lux. Help Ira. Hack Ira's helmet. Okay, so far this is going so well. Trust 1. Go with Luxuria. Go with Lux. Okay, we don't have all the choices here. Trust 3. So let's go back here and choose a different option. And see what we get. We need to hack somebody else's helmet too. So let's keep going until we get to the choice, and then we'll go from there, because we've read this the same thing. So let's press Tristidia for details. You just sound a little absent. Is it regarding what Lux said just now? I admit your pondering is now bothering me quickly. Ooh, Gula's with us now. Interesting. Gula's sudden intervention surprised Ancora, since the girl momentarily came back just for this, making Avridia wait on her. Tristidia hesitated a little while, but the teacher patiently crossed her arms, apparently glaring daggers at the group. No, not really about Lux. It's about what Mies said earlier. Something just doesn't quite add up. What is it? Can't say just yet. It might be something big. One of us is definitely the mastermind, so I'm going to speak about it later. After I'm all out of the rooms, if I die before then, Feedy is the mastermind. What? Sorry, but it just related to what I'm thinking about. Nothing personal. I'm pretty sure he's just safeguarding himself from dying because he knows if it came out that Nvidia was the mastermind, he'd be voted next round. It's just insurance. Well, that's your choice, I guess. I can't really tell you to not distrust me given our current situation. We're also going to be exploring a room together, so we'd better not fight. How interesting. Gula's interest in the topic struck Ancora as odd once more, but she didn't pursue it. The more thought about it, the more she figured Gula's words were tinted with sarcasm. Assuming her original interest was due to her being mentioned, why does Gula have such a keen interest in Luxuria? A very short while later, Avridia and Gula disappeared in their room. The leftover group of 4 went together further down the hall. Nvidia and Tristidia would leave for the second room, while Ancora and Luxuria fetched Superbia. Well, we're going in too. Have fun with Bia. Alright, so we've already seen this. Let's keep moving, because we know that we've already seen this part. Very happy. Principal's office. Alright, I'm going to skip the completed puzzle because we've already seen this. We've already seen this literally today, so we don't have to resolve it. Deduction. Apparently that doesn't work like that. Yeah. So that means we should have, okay, we have all the choices there. So right now, let's go here. Welcome back, Sparky. Superior, Luxury, and Ancora emerge the hallway. We've already seen this, so just a key. Maybe we should split up. Ancora walk by a sick door. There's Nvidia. Yep, there's Trist. I'm gonna check. There's a key. AI. Got some moments to be entirely serious. Okay, yeah, we've already seen all this. So just me. Listen. All right, so we chose the A key last time. What if we take the I key? Yeah, that one. The I key. That's the one that most. It's like a little leg that sticks out from the handle. It's kind of funny for a key. Weird. I thought you'd like the A key. You know, due to your name, Ancora, I'd like to trade it for your G key. Oh, well, I guess. I'm not sure what this all amounts to, but alright, sure. Interesting. The two of them traded keys together. Ancora gave her G key away to NVIDIA. I thought it might be fun, that's all. We don't have a lot of time, and I guess if you got the key, that you might have not gotten a V card. Yeah, Lux and Bia got them, so that's what I'm looking for now. Okay, so NVIDIA is destined to die in this route. So he knows that the G key would kill him. There we go, that was easy. Need a key later. Let's say something else. It sounds like the name of a company. What would Midair Avionics have to do with anything? And also, I don't remember Car ever hearing or something like that. Maybe it's a prank. Someone sneaked in here and put this up as a joke. The place hasn't been on a complete lockdown for a while, so it's possible it has nothing to do with anything. Well, this is as good a spot to spy on other people as it can be. No one's going to stumble into here. The real question is, who's available for hacking? It was dependent on the frequencies currently displayed. It seemed as though there were 4 possible helmets to spy upon this time around. That's jackpot. Let's see, it could hack NVIDIA, Superbia, Iveridia, and Gula. I want to hack NVIDIA, though. No idea why he was so insistent on trading the A key over for the G key. And he's dead. So NVIDIA dies. For the NVIDIA. Alright, so he's said Iveridia. So we have trust with Gula, so let's go trust Gula. Wait, what's this? This nothing? But our helmets share the same frequency. I made absolutely sure to check. There's not much I can do about it right now. I have no idea why this is happening. Maybe there's an error in the program or I'm just missing something vital somehow. I should normally immediately boot. There's not much I can do about it except pick another helmet. So I can't hack Gula. Like Lux, I can't hack Gula. Wait, what's this? There's nothing? But our helmets stay the same frequency. I made absolutely sure to check. There's not much I can do about it right now. I have no idea why this is happening. Maybe there's an error in the program or I'm just missing something vital. Uh-oh. Welp. This doesn't bode well. I think we die again. B. Yeah, we can only hack Deva. Wait, what? Forgot. I have to do that. Let's see what happens. Because I want to choose different options while we're at it too. So, I mean, we might have to go do the Lux route next. We might have to go down. So let's keep moving. They're still talking about everything, and Everdy doesn't have too much that she can talk about. Got the feed. I don't know. There's not really any choices for this one. Okay, it's 15. We lied to Superbia. Hidden debate who to vote for. She's still just. Kira. Okay. Just about people. Fat Lordass. Superbia I lied about because it didn't feel. Keep bickering. So forth. These basic accusations. First matters. Okay. Yeah. So we're dead. Bye, Spirit. Take it easy. Vote for Bia, and then we die, right? Yeah. So we die. Okay. So we need to go. Here's what I'm thinking. We need to go to the south path. Let's go. Let's see what happens with Lux. Because now we have the key to do that. So let's get autofill choices. Does it just randomly choose the choices at this point? NVIDIA. Why does it just autofill the same choices? Is that just normal? Hey, Jem, how's it going? Let's befriend Trist. Lux. Let's help Lux. We're gonna hack Luxuria's helmet, so let's go do that. So now we should be able. So now we're able to hack Luxuria's helmet. So let's do it. I'm sorry. Hold on. erase that save. Hold on. I just realized something. I just realized something really odd. Trustidia, Luxuria, but we're gonna go there anyway. I'm actually curious. What happens when we hack there? It goes to the southern path. So when we do that, we're gonna go to the south path. Back. Can I go back to flow? I just need to make sure. Yeah, Lux. Okay, cool. We're gonna help out Lux. So I'm gonna skip through this because we've seen this numerous times before. But we're gonna, because right now, also Ira's alive, guys. Don't worry, guys. Ira's still alive. Ira's still alive in this timeline. But who dies now? Well, let's befriend Lux. Lux is the one we need to befriend right now. So helping Lux. Let's see what this puzzle is. Can't tell. I know. Alphabet and water. H2O. It's just that. Alphabet and water? It's kind of obvious. This one? I mean, alphabet and water is what Luxuria kept saying. The alphabet is shorter than water. The alphabet is the letters A to Z. I was thinking about how they started, because if that's 0, then that's Z. The alphabet is shorter than water. The alphabet is the letters A to Z. Okay, alphabet's A to Z. Am I supposed to spell something with this? The alphabet. Okay, so the alphabet's shorter than the water. So all these equal water. What the hell? How does that make sense? Can I get another hint? Can I get another hint? I'm actually baffled. What does this mean? I mean, so the first one's A to Z. That's fine. H2O. Yeah, that's what I thought too, but... This is more complex than I thought. I know, right? Well, okay, this one has to be A to Z, right? Not sure. What do you think, Word? Word, what are you thinking? I need to know this thought process. this? Maybe do the alphabet regularly? Well, that's what I just tried. Oh, I understand. Hold on. Yeah, okay, no, I got you. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, okay. A to Z, so, okay, so that is, oh, not a 0. Okay, that makes some more sense. All right, let's see what Luxuria is hiding, why we had to do that. I'm actually a little scared, not gonna lie. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen with Lux? The establishment had shut its doors following the atrocities. I recall that as well. It constitutes the main reason for which I ponder upon the reasoning behind our presence in this disaster. Gula and Luxuria were together, as expected. The cow-themed girl was deep in the subject of the school's ruined appearance. If bombs went off in the 3 wings of the 4, why was the 4th one not destroyed? Perhaps the explosives were defective. I honestly cannot presume to even imagine. The two of them quieted a little as they approached the hallway they'd been in first, passing by Ira and Superbia. They made it seem like they didn't want the 2 others to hear what they were talking about. Once they were in the Wing A proper, Luxuria changed the subject. And what about Cora then? What do you think of her? Her almost the same as the girl we killed, huh? What? I beg you not to endeavor in revealing our actions to everyone. Refrain from speaking of that sordid outcome. What? Bye, Nova. Take it easy. Are helmets the exact same as Pandora? Interesting. Don't worry, Ula. Nobody can hear us. We're way too far from the rest of them. In that case, perhaps she has tricked us? No, that's impossible. The girl with us definitely died, beheaded like that. Perhaps your tour de force has shrunken the opposition down by a 9th, yet we should not squander the advantage we hold upon the personage. Luxuria was examining the small room on the side, which didn't look like it had much in it. There was a large window beside it, but looking through it didn't reveal anything since it was blocked off too. Changing the subject once again, Luxuria addressed Gula while pointing at the door. I want to get in there. You should do something about it. Do you truly believe I could remove this obstacle simply by wishing for its disappearance? Just use your giant chest to break through the door. Damn! Gula held an arm across her chest as if to block its view, an action that was bound to failure simply based on its size. Your fixation with my bust is becoming quite a nuisance, Lux. Never mind the fact you're definitely the real culprit behind the darkened areas of this dark article of clothing. Can you blame me for wanting to have a little fun? Besides, I didn't see you complaining before now. Oh god. What? Gula hesitated a little before holding her hips contemplatively. You're quite the impossible scamp, Lux. I must regret allowing you an iota of freedom. So long as it does not turn to complacency, I will assume the risk. If it means anything, I'm super thankful for that. Still, we should focus on the main thing at hand. Is that main thing just how cute you are? I still cannot get over how cute you are. Is it on purpose? Cute things such as you are dangerous, so I should really not let you play me like a fiddle, but I can't help it. So cute that you're forgetting your usual vocabulary. Ah, that is correct. Apologies for that. I shall endeavor in not exposing myself so readily. That'll be hard with the clothes you have, I think. Gula was definitely embarrassed at those words, both of her arms uneasily crossing under her chest. The girl even averted her gaze for a short moment. These clothes, I'm fully aware they are not very flattering. See me complaining, Gula. Besides, I like girls like you. I like them a lot. Do you understand what I'm saying? What? What, huh? The calculating the third girl's embarrassment grew tenfold at that, and a long pause followed the admission. Luxuria noticed, eventually clearing her throat. Sorry, I shouldn't have been so forward. No, it's okay. It's perfectly fine, though I don't really swing that way. Did you even try? Someone like me, I mean. Not really? Life is full of possibilities, Ula. If you haven't tried, can you truly say you don't like that? Besides, I'm cute, right? It should be fine then. What am I even watching? It's true. For a moment, it looked as though Luxuria might have gotten through to Gula. The latter sighed as if admitting defeat. Perhaps. You truly are dangerous, aren't you? But I believe we have more important things to focus on, such as the unearthing of an escape route. Let's talk about it again later then. Pinky swear? Pinky swear. The duo resumed their search by entering a nearby unlocked classroom. Looking around the place, the two of them had turned everything over. They did find a B card hidden inside a teacher's desk. How strange, but maybe I should leave it here. Pray elaborate on the reasoning behind that ridiculous notion? Thinking we could use it to our advantage. There's an additional meat card for us later, and if not, then at least there's a way to keep everyone in here, since we won't get 39 cards without this one.
To keep everyone incarcerated, I could understand the thought, but for which purpose?
Sounds good, Seto.
Feels like it would be more fun to make it full use of these 6 hours, no? I find myself somewhat reticent. Your inactions never cease to bring me the utmost worry, Lux, both for the others and my own self. Are you sure you don't want to date me still? I can guarantee you just one date will let you know all about what it's like with people like me too. Worry not, Lux. I suppose I can ponder on that embarrassing subject just for you. I remain unconvinced for now, however, so please pardon my self-imposed exclusion.
Lucuria is proving to be a proverbial thorn in my side. Perhaps it's a good idea to try and steer the group towards voting her out. She's clearly winning Gula over already. They're too close and she's the boss. Just like Gula keeps repeating, Lucuria is looking extremely dangerous right now. She's the reason why the 9th one died, huh? All of a sudden, frequencies switched, interrupting the feed which cut and restored to Ankor's helmet. An hour and 20 minutes had passed since the beginning of the game. Only 40 minutes until everyone dies if no vote is put in. Ankor climbed up the stairs. She felt the presence behind her. Upon looking back, she saw Nvidia following her. Hey, do you know who you're voting for yet?
No, not yet.
What does he want exactly? I thought I'm good to vote for whoever you will. Thinking about it logically, if we all vote for a different person, we'll get into a deadlock, so... That makes sense, but is this just a poorly thought lure into a false sense of security?
Okay, but I'm still not sure yet. I think we'll need to talk it over.
If you think that's a better way, knowing that if we talk about it, things might turn bloody. And here, there's no way to restrain anyone, and whoever we're going to vote for won't let it happen so easily.
That makes sense, but we're still missing details. How will the vote be determined? What's inside of the cylinder exactly?
We'll know the answers to those questions very soon. Their dialogue stopped when they reached the top of the stairs and joined the others in front of the cylinder. It was a gigantic structure rising from the floor all the way up to the ceiling. So we have 99% trust with Snake now. Snake's gonna die, probably. This doesn't look like it belongs in a school, no matter how you look at it.
No shit, Sherlock. Of course it doesn't belong here. Why are you, an idiot?
All 8 participants stood in a circle around the black cylinder, waiting for something to happen. When it was clear nothing would automatically trigger, they got impatient and searched the surface.
What's the big deal? We don't have a lot of time. I think into an hour and a half already went by as of now. There's a 4th hour time. Open already, you dumb shit. Will you cease your incessant auditory pollution pertaining to every single element belonging to any situation whatsoever? This 3-dimensional surveillance object has consoles with card slots around its perimeter and one is labeled cow. I don't think you'll fit in there even if your body is also labeled cow.
Well, we're back to Superbia bitch mode.
I presume you have a plethora of exciting times at my expense.
Both of you should shut up already. You're giving me a headache. If you're not willing to figure out how this works without jumping at each other's throats, you might as well die first. Despite their faces not being visible at the moment, it was clear Gula and Superbia were glaring at each other, until both miraculously saw reason and dropped it. Anyway, as I found out with Ava, the console surrounding this thing might help us if we insert our cards. I'm assuming we each have a specific spot. Didn't mean station would give us further instructions anyway. We're gonna die. I just realized we're gonna die. Fuck.
Yeah, she said she was going to come back when we were going to vote, didn't she?
And it's technically not time to vote just yet. The cards need to be in first. Okay, let's insert our me cards and we'll see then. All of them agreed, and mechanically, their hands all pushed their me card into a corresponding slot on each console. After a brief moment, nothing happened.
I knew this was stupid. Did we do something wrong?
No, I don't think so. Me said we needed 9 me cards to open this up first, right?
Yeah, we were supposed to be 9 here. Fine then, I guess I'll need my help.
What I'm thinking is because Nvidia is already on our side, right? We need Superbia to be on our side too, I think. Maybe, I'm not sure. Superbia reached into her shirt and pulled out another me card from seemingly nowhere. All the others stared at her accusingly, despite the masks covering all their faces. None of them said anything, prompting her to indignantly huff back at them.
Oh, what now? You gonna tell me I'm a backo for concealing a me card? Bitch, please, as if you wouldn't have done the same to secure yourself for your next votes.
Alright, Seto. Seto, that's the thing. Be careful what you're saying regardless, because you're still implying that something new is going to happen. And that as much as a spoiler. Once you know a game, be very cautious. Uh-oh, this is gonna be bad. Sorry, there was yelling across the hall, and it felt like the footsteps were coming closer. And if that happened, oh, that would have been bad. Anyway, she went to the leftover console, which was labeled Panda, to insert the me card into it. Once that was done, she waited a little before walking back to the console labeled Rabbit. All of a sudden, right when she took her spot back, me reappeared to all of them.
Oh, how splendid. You have made it to your first vote. While the implications of what will happen shortly are terrifying, I still take delight in knowing you're safe and ready. You can't see it just yet, but the cylinder in the middle will be gone. You might currently be feeling it recede into the ground. In front of you, once your vision will come back, will be a shotgun. Not just any shotgun, this is a specially made shotgun which can attach to the frontal hexagon of your masks. You will have 10 minutes to attach your helmet to it upon the insertion of a me card and put in your vote, or you will surrender your right to live. It is a non-negotiable 100% certain chance of death. The 6-hour timer will be paused for those 10 minutes. That means you can indeed survive 10 minutes longer than the timer allows if you do it right on the hour. You will no longer need to unlock the cylinder, so you may put your next cards directly into the contraption in the middle, if you wish to give away your right to vote, and kill at your indiscriminate leisure. Remember, you still need 2 voting sessions to unlock the way in. The 10th minutes will start now. This is probably one of the final times I'll be speaking to you like this. If anything important happens, I will still intercede, but otherwise we'll be saying bye-bye. I'll have one final announcement ready after your vote has ended. Unfortunately, one of you won't be there to see it, which is really sad. Hey Cassie, how's it going? I'll see you later. Shotguns. Everyone's vision faded back to reality once again, but this time, as me promised, a shotgun was waiting for them right in front of their helmets. Everyone looked at them with great apprehension. If you think I'm going to just do whatever you say, you're a goddamn idiot. Who would put their face on the barrel of a shotgun? We have 10 minutes. There's no time to think. Put your face on the shotgun or you're going to die. As Screamer says I am to relocate my visage in front of an instrument of death, there was no objection. Almost simultaneously, all the students and the teacher pushed in front of their helmets against the other. At the end of the shotguns, slotting them into the indentations and locking themselves in place. I also should probably write down what everyone's name is. Good. Everyone attacked it quickly since it was their first time and they didn't even think about waiting a little before locking themselves in place, now to convince them of the person they have to vote for. We still have time to decide over who we're voting for, right? I think we should talk about it quickly then. We don't have a lot of time. I think Kara's the mastermind. Let's vote for her. I guess I'm in. Loath as I am to admit it, I hold no objections. Wait, that's way too hasty. Where's that coming from? I don't think the mastermind is Cora. It sounds a little too quick to me too. It's because her name doesn't fit in with the sins. Do you have another option then? If not, we'll vote for the most suspicious one, and that right now is totally Cora. She's way too good with the puzzle we had to do, and her name basically screams Pandora. So something like that, I could guess. I'm none the too bothered over my vote unless you climb an opinion names the proverbial firearm at my own self. You guys really should care more, because the faster the real mastermind dies, the earlier we're out of here. Besides, none of this really makes her the mastermind, does it? Yeah, but we're only 2 who thinks that way. What about the others? Ava? Lux? I don't have anything other choice. It's gotta be her, right? Who else could it be among all of us? Yo, what up, Amy? How's it going? I'm not sure about my vote just yet, but I'll go with what the majority decides. It could be any of us, but first I'd like to hear out what Cora has to say about it. They're all latching onto the first option that saves them personally. How despicably self-centered. Cora had to think fast. She hated stressful situations, but she had no choice now. So far, it looked like everyone except Nvidia and Trustidia were going to vote for her. She needed to trip the balance to convince at least 2 of the others to vote for someone else. Was there anything she could say in her defense while putting the blame onto someone else? I guess it'll all depend on what I've seen and learned so far. Don't you guys think it's weird how Bia is taking the lead and trying to steer you? Explain your reasoning. You're looking to kill the real Pandora, right? So was all on board about treating the previous death as Pandora, but now she's trying to have me killed. I'm not Pandora anyway. You can say whatever you want. Need to remind you that you're the most suspicious one here? You already said your reasoning, but can you elaborate a bit? I'm not an idiot, so I know your name was weird. It sounds like Pandora for one, but it's not also a deadly sin. And also, you haven't been exploring with the others earlier. I saw you hanging around by the bathrooms. It's like you don't need to do it because you know everything already. You're feeding those points quickly is mandatory. There's only so little time, though. We're overlooking something here. The choice might be apparent between myself and Bia, but there's someone else who's suspicious. What are you talking about? In detective novels, when you get to the end, the culprit is always someone you don't suspect. If you think about it that way, this means someone in our group is much more suspicious than he originally appeared. And I know 3 things that make that person super suspicious. Which would be, out with it already, time's a-ticking. The entire group was willing to give Ancora's theory a listen since no one interrupted her other than Superbia. Well, I don't know how to explain this, but someone in our group has already committed murder. This time, even Superbia remains silent. Luxuria! We're killing Lux, we're fully killing Lux. Everyone was waiting for Ancora to speak. To be more specific, I mean like not long ago. Earlier, in fact. Do you remember how Lux and Ula left their room without a third party? Are you perchance accusing us of having committed all the villainous crime of murder? Superbia answered promptly, interrupting Gula. I always thought that was super suspicious. She's quick to agree.
That's a little strange and merits investigation, but that's for later. There's a bigger fish to fry right now. The puzzle wasn't even that hard to put together, either. The answer was clearly my emptiness, so why did they get it wrong and die? Is it because someone hid parts of the answer? This line of inquiry is a falsification of the truth. The third member of our group died from a wrongful answer, and it was their mistake. I don't know about that, but I think at best someone caused that death to see if things were dangerous for real. Like a guinea pig. Anyway, there are two other things. Gula quieted again. She was possibly weighing her options and opposing to that thought. Luxuria said nothing the whole time, not being one for confrontation. The second thing is that Lux and Ula are quite close together. So close that I think they're forming a team, and that's dangerous, isn't it? For the votes. It means they have power.
No, we're not. We're only explored the school together earlier, and even if I do that, I wouldn't do anything bad, I swear.
Superbia cleared her throat and spoke. She was still jumping at any opportunity to pin votes on anyone other than her. It was slightly grating to Ancora, since she wanted to finish putting forth her arguments.
We can't be sure of that. Reminder, we all in my emptiness here. You're the calmest, coolest, most innocent butterfly of the group. Like hell, cuteness is a weapon too.
We can't say how it'll go, that's correct. Sorry, Lux, but we have to think about that too.
No, it's okay. You're just doing what's logical, but sometimes logic isn't worth anything, you know?
Unlike the rest of the ones talking here, Luxuria adopted a stance based on emotions.
Sometimes you can't deduce everything with logic. It doesn't make a lick of sense. Like just how you're making these wild guesses about Ula and me too. You can't know any of the things Cora says, can you?
Well, that's true. Aren't you confirming them now? Luxuria took a small pause to mull over that, and Cora was right. She was falling for the bait.
So what then? What does it matter if I confirm it? Maybe I like Ula. I'm sure you people like others too, and that doesn't make you into a murderer.
Well, she's confirming that they're in love. Superbia remained silent, not wishing to get in the way of the little debate. Everyone had forgotten they were on a tight leash time-wise.
Look, that's enough. Other topics merit our attention.
Ula tried to quiet Luxuria, almost visibly embarrassed, but she wanted to hear none of it.
And besides, why am I under such scrutiny right now? You still haven't answered that, huh? I'm small, is that why? You're picking on me because I'm small?
No, it's because you've been meddling with this thing we're part of. For all we know, you've two murdered the 9th person in cold blood, and I'm suspecting you way more than Ula.
What's it to you, big tits?
Wow. We have big tits? Yo, that's what's up. Insults flew at Ancora, all of which quickly grew into a tantrum. Strum not loading? Strum's still up, I'll say.
You blonde normie go big tits. What do you want, picking on me like that? Really want to pin this on me that bad, huh?
You found a me card, didn't you?
Yes, I used it.
No, I mean, in a teacher's desk within an empty classroom. You found a me card and told no one. Something like that. It feels like it would be more fun if we make full use of these 6 hours, no? A chilly pause. What? Why did we just reveal that? Uh-oh, that's bad. A chilly pause so glacial could have revivaled the North Pole settled after Ancora said those words. It took a few moments for her to understand that she said something she definitely couldn't have known. Oh no. I shouldn't have been thinking that much about what I'd seen when I hacked into Luxuria's helmet. Now it's too late. Since the topic's already brought up, guess I'll just have to think something up. Come on, we got this. As y'all hesitated, Gula silently pushed a button on her console as if to vote early. It wasn't clear for whom yet. Luxuria eventually broke the awkward pause, but the time it took her to refute it was already telling its own story.
I never said that!
Renounce it to Lux. She's clearly aware of the events that transpired. I know not how nor why, but even you should admit defeat when due.
No way! I won't admit defeat because I'm not defeated. Y'all going with this? How crazy is this, really? She's just spouting a bunch of nonsense.
The small girl smashed her hand against the console, the sheer strength behind it causing a worrying cracking noise from it. Maybe it's best to sit back and watch how things go now.
You were using your cuteness to manipulate us, and I don't like that.
Only if all of us would, if that was true. I can't see why Cora would lie.
Because her stupid big chest is under fire. That's why she needs to lie.
Agree with whatever Ria is proposing. Yes, we have 20 seconds left.
You're making a mistake. It's Cora who should die. She's the one manipulating you. Sorry, but we all have is stuff against you, and if she lies about it, we'll deal with her too. Just like we're dealing with your little bitch ass. The horse and the lion entered their vote, following by the rabbit after a brief pause, with her hand on the button. With this many stacked against her, Luxuria lost her mind. This isn't what it was supposed to be. You're making a big mistake.
Nvidia put his vote in, and just like that, everyone had voted except for Ancora and Luxuria, the latter still screaming bloody murder.
This isn't fair! I'll get you for that! I'll take you all on! I'll break you and make you take your last breath! You're going to die even if I die! I'll come back and...
Oh, would you please shut up? You're digging your own grave even deeper. Cora, vote and let it be done.
And you! You, Cora! Not even hell has a place for what I'll do to you!
Ignoring the girl's words, Ancora voted. The screens above the voting console settled onto a luxurious symbol. It was clear what was to follow. It was her execution. Every shotgun but the victims released their hold, leaving the participants to witness the macabre outcome. It took only a moment for the gunshot to come. It sounded like it had shot Luxuria at point-blank range, but in reality there were no bullet holes in the helmet she wore. Time slowed down. Eventually, everything froze. Luxuria is dead. Neck the snake!
Hello. Who are you?
I don't know. Some say my name is Pandora.
Hi, Pandora. I'm dead, aren't I?
Wow, so this is Lux talking to Pandora. Okay. Depends on who you are.
Oh, right. Who am I? I think... my name was something like Marco?
Why is everyone remembering Marco? Everyone is remembering Marco for some reason. No, I don't think so. That sounds wrong.
Oh, then I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't remember your name? I know your name. It's Nico. Nico. Does anyone remember Ira's last name, by the way? I'm writing it down.
Nico? That's cute. I was cute then, I take it.
Yes, very cute. And who is Marco? Possibly. That's a good thing. Seto, do you know what Alex's last name is? It's Seville, right? I think it's Seville.
At least I was cute and people loved me.
I don't know if it's such a good thing.
Huh? What do you mean? Don't you want to be cute too?
It was Seville. Okay, cool. Thank you. Just want to be sure. I don't need to be cute, but what I mean is, cuteness is both a gift and a curse. Maybe you think people liked you for you, but maybe they only liked you because you were cute.
Oh, that does sound bad, yeah. How do you know if it's one or the other?
I don't think there really are signs. Though if people gave you a pass because you were cute.
A pass? Like what?
They let you get away with horrible things because you were cute. Isn't that what happened to you?
Maybe, now that you're mentioning it. That's true. People trust me a lot because I was cute. I remember that now.
So you weaponized your cuteness, didn't you?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. And it's not like it matters to me now that I'm dead.
You never know, but you're right. Whatever you did, people forgave you. Whatever you said, people deafened themselves. It was all because you were cute. In reality, what was inside wasn't so cute, was it?
No, I guess not. I wasn't cute inside. I have hatred, a lot of hatred. It's boiling over.
No, you don't anymore. Now you're dead. We're running out of time.
Out of time?
That's right. You have to pass on something. Time.
I see. You're right again. Yes, I'd like to pass on. But will it be scary?
Who knows? I've never passed on.
Hopefully I'll make it through just because I'm cute.
Dust to dust, ashes to ashes. You've surrendered your right to live. I'll now carry your memory.
Thanks.
So we just know her first name is Nico. Hopefully we'll learn her last name. Luxuria is dead. What was that all about? As time resumed its flow, the aftermath of the vote's outcome rang through Encore's head again. Among the group was a dead body. No longer on solid 2 legs, it had fallen, limp against the surface of the floor below. Due to the state of the body, the survivors were looking at each other, unsure if Luxuria had truly passed on. Yep, she's dead. A thought was eclipsed from everyone's mind when a sudden explosion completely obliterated the small one's head. Dust and smoke filled the air, giving the terrifying scene an even chiller atmosphere. Hey, King Cheese, how's it going? We just killed Lux. In Luxuria's final moments, in front of the shotgun, she had been thrashing about. The position of the body made it look more grotesque than it really was, and the neck was also a pool of red, a pool that none of the survivors dare approach. Droplets had splattered over the ground, remnants of the horrible blast. All of them were drying already, staining the floor with the ichor of life, or the ichor of death. However, Ankora wasn't dealing with any of the sights. She was looking elsewhere. She was looking left, then right. She was in a state close of hyperventilation. She had seen things she didn't recognize. She had heard a voice that couldn't have spoken. She was completely lost in her head, incapable of understanding what had transpired. So Ankora is hearing those voices. Interesting. What was that? What was that vision? A vision? That wasn't a vision, it was real, right? Ankora shook her head. Others approached her. She pushed them away with an arm in her confusion. Don't touch me. I've seen her. I've heard her. I even know her real name. It's Nico. How? What's going on? What did you see? Something weird? I spoke to her. No, it wasn't me. It felt like it was me, but it wasn't me. She breathed in loudly, and then she calmed down. This is making her look like a freak. Ankora could see Superbia and Ira leaving the group to deal with whatever madness had taken her. I know you don't want to believe me, but there was something. Maybe it's a helmet. It just came to me. When she died, it was like we connected? Don't be ridiculous now. That's impossible. The girl felt like an abyss was growing in her stomach. The fact NVIDIA didn't trust her enough to believe her was eating at her. Perhaps you're going down a dangerous road by insisting on the vision. Maybe leaving it aside would be for best. The only person in the group who remained close to the dead body was Gula. She was kneeling beside it, as if she was regretting the outcome in some fashion. That makes sense, as she and Luxuria had been close before. You aren't making any sense, and hey, Bia, Ira, come back here, will you? We have to decide what we're doing now. We need some order in the group or anarchy will reign. What we're doing? Isn't it obvious? Ankor asked the question, but her vision faded right afterwards. Very soon, everyone's helmets displayed the fake environment again. Hi, Pandora. Or me. Whatever the name is me. Me wasn't done giving them instructions. Greetings once more. I'm sure you'd rather not see me again, not after the vote, and you will first witness of a dead body. I would like to remind you that there will be 5 more total in today, other than this one, so you should strap yourselves in. The carnage isn't over yet. Far from it. Fortunately for you, now you have an hour of respite. Please use your time well. We'll be heading towards more of those education rooms now. If you'd remember the room you woke up in, they're a little like that. All the B cards are hidden further inside. To progress, you will have to unlock the door leading to the hallway, much like how you've unlocked the previous one. That is correct. Another puzzle awaits you. Hopefully you didn't kill off your best puzzle solver yet, or else you would regret it now. The timer inside of Ankor's helmet read exactly 4 hours remaining. Once you've made your way inside, you'll have to split up into 3 groups. You may be 1, 2, or 3 in a group. The very moment 4 people enter the same classroom, they will surrender their right to live. Each classroom has an assigned subject for you to study, and a question to answer. The subject in question will be given to you personally by me, after 39 seconds have elapsed since the room's door has been opened, which is also when it will close and lock. Don't you feel smarter by learning various subjects? Another smart thing to do, not opening the doors until you're ready to go in, otherwise it will lock you out for 39 minutes. Please remember that once you enter a room, you will also only have 39 minutes before you surrender your right to live. Time is of the essence, and I will stop taking it from you now. From now on, I will only appear to give you each room subject as you enter them. I wish all 7 of you good luck, and don't forget, I'll see you later. So confused right now. We're losing our minds right now at this timeline. Then the image faded once more, and Ankora's vision was replaced with the real world again. She looked at Tristidia. He took in an easy pose, no doubt thinking all the information over. Before Ankora could resume the topic, Gula and the others approached her, hounding her in Tristidia's stead. Pray enunciate yourself, Cora. Far from me to entertain the veracity of such senseless thought, yet I'm still curious about the vision. What transpired in it? All of Ankora's previous instability came back at once, hitting her like a truck. I saw her, Lux, or Nico. I spoke to her, and I spoke to Nico. I spoke to her and she said she was dead, but it wasn't me. It was me, but it wasn't me. Superbia and Ira had come back at Tristidia's demand, both of them looking upon the wreck that Ankora had become. What are you talking about? You aren't making any goddamn sense. I don't really get it either, but shouldn't we get a move on and start making up to teams like what Misa said? Vidia agreed to that course of action, and so did Tristidia. Ankora was still almost hyperventilating, but by now the group was more focused on their own survival than her state of being. I saw her, I swear. Okay, but whatever. Look, we have to make the groups now. No. So either you come with us or all of us, or you can go in there alone. She can't come with all of us, actually. Me said we had to split up, but we can't bring more than 3 people in one room. I think if we're going to explore the rooms again, then we have to split 3-2-2. We could always make 2 groups to 3 and once today's alone. Wouldn't that be quite sad for her, however? As much as I want to be nice, it's not really my problem, to be honest. And as much as I'd like to agree with you, Ira, we don't have to keep our teams balanced because we have to get the meat cards from inside. It would be stupid to send this insane bitch alone just to have her unable to bring the meat cards to us. Yeah, okay, sure. So Ira's starting to think more dangerously. Interesting. Yeah, just let's make the teams of 2 and bring her with one of them, I guess. How are we going to determine that? I didn't say to bring her along either. Isn't it just better to leave her out if she's going to be a problem? It's not like we all have to go in, right? Uh-oh, that's bad. Superbia's voice slowly died off in the distance. Ankora wanted to prove that she wasn't insane. While they debated over the teams, the girl made her way down to the doors adjacent to the set they took to get to the crossroads. It looked much like the other set when it was closed. A firm push proved she wasn't going to open them by any other way than the puzzle. It was, of course, what had been planned, so nothing out of the ordinary there. Next to the doors, a panel was containing a square puzzle, much like the one she previously solved. It wasn't the same puzzle, though, obviously. A good way to prove to them otherwise is to solve the puzzle. If that's done, then they'll have no choice but to realize no one's insane here. At least that was the thought. Ankora stood in front of the 2 doors alone. With a sharp inhale, she looked at the panel and started solving it to open them. This doesn't bode well. Shouldn't we be waiting? Oh my gosh, shouldn't we be waiting to solve this? Me? Isn't it supposed to be me all around? What? Cora, Aviridia, Gula, Tristidia, Nvidia, Ira, Pandora. What? All I see are M's. You can know most kinds of letters. Think about it from a meta perspective. What? It's... What? Is anything big? Well, Luxuria died. The inside? Oh, I spelled pig. From a meta perspective? No, not really. We heard the vision ourselves. That's another thing. I have no idea. What the hell does this mean? Higgs? Because the 9 letters in the middle. Do I need to remember the list? Map 'em. Matum. Malum. Can I get another hint? Word? What do you think? What are you thinking, Word? Word's smarter at this than I am at this point. My brain is not processing this. I don't understand because the 9 letters in the middle are the 9 participants. Right? Like, this is the same me puzzle, except the far right one is not metal. Hey, Sparky, welcome back. I mean, Word, if you want to come into my room and tell me, that works too. Meta perspective. Oh, you're good. Meta perspective?
Something with like the trust list, and so the first thing I think is P because Pandora, like Panda.
Yeah,
and
Panda.
Then what's the horse's name? Like
Gula. Or no, Tristidia. So you're saying just do them in order. Just do them in order of crust. Oh, you like books.
And then Superior.
Yeah, Superior.
And then.
But what about Ancora?
Ancor's A.
Well, I know, but Ancora's not on the list. What if it's Ancora is A, then? S. I will put Pandora in the middle because she's the
There's
ultimate one.
There's 8 people on your trusted list.
Yeah,
So maybe
and then
you're-
Ira's next, then Nvidia. So like this is what you're saying? No.
Wait, hold on. So
If I switch these two.
PTLS. Yeah, maybe you are Nvidia.
Well, no, that's what I just tried. I don't know why I just did that. There we go. Have us at the end.
Is P?
My thing is like, why is this one not metal?
Is it Lion Wolf?
It goes Lion Wolf, so it does matter.
Pig Wolf.
What if you do in the order they appear on the trust? That's what word's saying right now, Baba. But that's what we just did. And we also have to keep in mind Ancora is not on there. And we still technically don't know who the first person is on the trust screen.
So
Think about it from a meta perspective, though. That means, like, information we know, but they won't know. Seto, can you give us a hint?
Because like I looked at it and I was like,
Well, because, like, yeah, they have the letters of everyone in the first one. And then there's the me puzzle, where it was Emmy, 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 and then you had all 9 in the middle. Didn't matter where.
what does
It makes a
mean?
word. It makes a word. Are you saying all 9 make a word 3-letter, 3-letter, 3-letter? I just want to know. I need to know at least the format of this at this point. Entails.
Maybe the English ankle.
Oh, okay. Pig. I think that's how it is.
8 pigtails. 8 tails pig.
I mean, it might be clockwise though. Because pigtails. That's because Luxuria had pigtails. A pig's a pig's tail. Pig's tail. I spelled tail wrong. Don't worry about it. No. Why are we pointing out the pig though? Like obviously a pig. This hurts so.
Is it S? Is it APIGTA?
It could be pigs TA. This hurts so much. It makes a word. Well, no, it says it makes a word, so that's one word. Well, Seto's saying makes it seem like pigtails is the correct answer, but where's the last A go? And how do you even put it in there? Can I give another hint? Sure. I'm done with this. So that's what I'm thinking too. So we can try that too. Because that's the thing, is like how this looks is weird. Pigtails. Let's see what Seto says. Dude, these puzzles are hard. My brain just can't process this. It's use the A's as 1. Use the A's as 1.
Maybe it is a pig's tail bit, like. Oh wait, no.
Use the A's as 1? So that means that have the A's go together. So we could do... Okay, so the A's have to be together. Doing pig's tail like that, maybe? No. T A like that.
Depends on like what order to go. Is it top to bottom or what?
I like how everyone's name spells pigtails though, that's weird. Seto, I'm gonna need I think I'm gonna should I hit the mercy button at this point? It just says just give me the answer at this point. I feel like we're right there, but I don't know how it's put. Seto, I'm gonna mercy flag this one. I'm gonna mercy flag this.
Meaning,
Well, I feel like we're gonna be here for another hour trying to figure this out. Because if it's supposed to spell one word, it says a one word. It makes a word. That signifies one word. He would have said multiple words if that was the case.
So like the A's are together, correct? And
Well, there's something else I was thinking of is like, look at the M's too, right? Like, there's the... Well, the M's are supposed to be part of me, right? And who is me? Well, we know the me.
me.
We don't technically know who me is. Oh, okay, we know me is Pandora, and we know me is Ankara. Yeah. That's the name. That's Pandora's the leader of the group. Seto, so we're throwing in the flag. What's our answer? I feel like we're gonna be here for an hour, and I would like to figure this out, but like I feel like we're right there.
How does it spell pig?
I mean, pig is Avaridia. That's another thing too. I figured out what I was doing it wrong. Wait, what? You were doing it wrong? It's like this. Okay.
So it's can you spell it? No, I
You can't spell Avaridia. I said it was doing it wrong. What does he mean by that? Keep in mind, without Seto right now, we would probably not be getting past this point. We'd probably end the stream right here and be like, first and last lines are all M's.
Like that. Count that.
First and last lines are...
Well, that's first and the six.
Yeah, first line... Well, no, first line, last line are all M's. Okay.
And it's
Are they all supposed to spell words? Like, all across? The second line is mpig. Yeah, okay.
so it's pig T. There's a T.
Wait, what? T?
Yeah, pig T.
Oh! Wait, maybe not. Wait, no, he said I got the outside right, though. Oh! Oh, I see what he says. Okay, hold on. Pig. Except that these two A's are supposed to go together. No, like this. What? But what I'm thinking here, right, is that third line is MMA. Oh.
Big males.
Oh, it's pigtails. Oh, okay. Okay, so we are spelling pigtails. We just how to spell it.
Like that, though. Like, why wouldn't we spell this?
Because it's the only because all the M's have to connect. All of the okay, that makes sense now. Because we were both confused. Yeah. Well, here's what I'm thinking is because since we solved the first one first, our initial thought is to make the M's all around. But what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to have all the M's connect. And then with that, it leaves enough space to spell a word. The A at the end is like the just next to extra A. But it's supposed to be pigtails.
What's pigtails?
That's Luxuria. She has pigtails.
Oh.
Or no. Superbia does. Them is making E. Yeah, that makes sense too. Alright, well thank you. The doors unlocked when Ancora finished solving the puzzles. Giving one of them a light push, she confirmed that they could be opened and left them their immediate area to head back to the 6 other survivors. Gotcha. The Superbia, oh my gosh, the entire process had taken a few minutes, yet when she rejoined them, it didn't take long for her to understand the discussion about how to handle the team still wasn't over. First of all, we should make the teams, then we can decide what we can do with her. Okay, that's fair, I suppose. How do we divide, though? You and B are adamant about going together, but won't that be unbalanced? Or Lux? It would be. We all need to have a team that has someone good at solving those rooms, which would be Vita and me. Ula can't be that bad either if they escape their room, too. Unless the one who was good was in fact the one who died, which then begs the question why they died at all. Though Gula's been unresponsive for a while now anyway. We're going in a circle. We want me and B to split? That's fine, I guess. Superbia didn't like that, and she glared at the two that were trying to split her up from Ira. Ancora chimed in before the situation deteriorated further. I opened the doors. The puzzle, that is. It's solved now. Ah, you're back. I noticed you left a little earlier. There was a definitive change in Vidia's tone towards her. I'm not sure how much you can count him as an ally anymore. Maybe it's best to be wary. Yes, well, I thought it would be a good idea to do that while you all talked. It's not like you had given me a chance to explain myself, or that you'd be willing to believe me without thinking I'm weird. True. Vidia scratched the back of his head a little bit, as if he was embarrassed about his behavior towards her. Justidia didn't put so much as a veil over his own beliefs. That's true. But still, solving the puzzle's good, see? She's still good. She's not gone mental. She can come with one of our teams. Hey, whatever that seems like in your head, oh, great horseman man. Maybe something like, first team would be Vidi and Ula, second would be myself and Bia, and the third would be you, Ava, and Cora. If you think I'm going to group with you... Yes, what if I think so? What if we do have to balance ourselves out this way so we actually all live? As if most of your common survival really matters. I know you don't give a shit about anyone else, Bia, but if we die, you die too. We keep repeating the two. Will you get it already? He didn't sound too pleased with her, but she just shrugged nonchalantly, as if it had truly had nothing to do with her. Fine then. You're right. Happy now? No, not really. I won't be happy until all this is over. Have we decided yet then? No, I don't really have a preference on one way or the other. As far as I'm concerned, I feel more like an observer than a real participant right now. Alright, sorry. I didn't really consult you without thinking those teams over. She dismissively waved in the air. No, it's fine. Like I said, I don't have a preference. We should get a move on. Remember, our time is ticking down. It's not really going to stop anytime soon. Feh, my time is not going to stop at all. Yeah, well, if we don't hurry. We're close to 10 past the hour. Let's go. Everybody is smart. The group was, for the most major part, in agreement. Gula had remained almost completely silent since Luxuria had died. After a second or so, she decided to join them again, still mute to all attempts of conversation on the way. It was like she didn't really know what she was going to do anymore. As they set off towards the new set of doors, Ancora... Oh my gosh, we can walk with people? I'd rather walk with Tristidia. At first, the horse was a little bothered that Ancora came near him to walk towards Wing A. After a few seconds, he addressed her on the subject of her visions while the others spoke about it a bit further ahead. What did it feel like? Like what? The visions? Yes. Like an out-of-body experience. I don't really know what to compare it with. It's like my head was getting full of random stuff. I see. So it's not really like having psychic powers, huh? I don't think so. The two of them kept to themselves afterwards, though the resulting silence wasn't allowed to go on for very long. It's all good, Seto. It's all good. I probably would have too if I did this on my own.
So, how was the puzzle?
Ancora didn't realize she was being addressed until Avaridia spoke again.
Hey, anyone home?
She snapped her fingers, which brought Ancora back to reality. Truth be told, she had been deep in thought too, much like Gula.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking about things. The puzzle wasn't too bad, I guess. It only took me a few minutes.
This kind of puzzle is nothing for someone like me. Maybe I could have done it even faster.
Good to know then. We have a good chance of making it out of the room after all.
Hey, what does that mean?
Do you also think I'm loopy? Can't deny that having visions doesn't make you look too sane.
The group arrived at a small intersection in the hall. There was a tiny part leading further in, towards two doors, much like the ones they'd gone through a moment ago, and a longer hallway gave way to a bend. This is where we split up, I think. There's a door ahead that can be opened for a classroom that most likely contains some meat cards. B and I should head over there.
Nobody made you the leader. If anything, that was my idea too. The earlier I'm in there, the earlier I can leave it.
Deciding not to futilely argue against the rabbit, the horse waved at the rest of the group, before trudging off towards the door. Superbia followed him without so much as the same courtesy. Faced with that, Ancora turned to Nvidia and the others. We need to get Nvidia on the team. Yeah. Ancora looked over at the group, and she noticed Ira was still a little distraught by this. He was holding his arms and looking out of place. It's probably due to Superbia's departure. Before she could talk to him, Nvidia grabbed her shoulder.
Hey, you okay? We have to keep moving, but thankfully others are allowing you to come with them still. Oh, yeah, sorry. Let's go.
I was not taking the separation from Superbia too well, huh? What's he's even seeing in her anyway? So far, he's been the only one to cling to another person the most. Except for Gula. She's still mute from luxurious death. The group was left to its own volition following all that.
I guess Ula and I will take the next one then.
Gula nodded her head in acknowledgement.
Gee, this room is going to be fun, I can just tell.
I like Nvidia. He's just super sarcastic. The sarcasm in his tone wasn't lost on Ancora. She wished she could say something to lighten up the mood, but eventually, everything she thought up didn't seem good enough. In the end, she remained silent, just like Gula. The larger group walked further down the hall. About midway, there were two doors that led to different classrooms. True to his word, Nvidia pulled Gula over into the first of them, leaving the second to Ira and Ancora and Avaridia.
Can't say I'm a fan of locking myself in one of those death cages again, but... Oh, stop complaining and go. Besides, you'll get with a cute girl and a mature woman.
Yeah, those are probably the most interesting things in there. Good job, Ira. Avaridia disregarded his peek and lazily walked into the classroom after opening the door. Ira followed her after shrugging at the remaining girl, who was also followed after him. Avaridia is super chill. Super chill.
I'm glad we managed to reach the outcome without tearing each other's heads off for once.
Yo, this looks clean. What the hell? The girl mumbled to herself, taking in the sight of what was inside of the room. It was not actually a classroom. It was like a lobby of a large manor. The room was tall, and it seemed like there was a second floor above.
This place is really big. What does it mean to represent? Why is this in a school?
I don't know. I think I know this place, but my head hurts when I think about it too much.
We're supposed to take the balcony too?
Will we walk through here up there? After giving it a moment of consideration and trying to be more closer to have a better look at it, Ancora realized there was no going up there. There was a ceiling. It only appeared as though you can get to a second floor.
I see, so it's not really like a second floor. It's an optical illusion. The ceiling is painted as if there was a second floor, but it doesn't really have one.
That's kind of fucked up. 39 seconds leading to Mia's announcement elapsed, and the door locked to trap the three of them inside this lobby. Mia appeared upon their helmets, true to her word. Isn't this place just grand? It's really expensive to get a house to look like this. Not only is it expensive, but it's pretty much impossible unless you have more money than sense. But we're not here to figure that out. That has nothing to do with your immediate situation. What you're going to figure out here is a murder. Yes, I'm sure you've all found that newspaper article that talked about it before. That is not exactly relevant right now, but there's a murderer in your group. Your task is to figure out who it is, and then tell me. I'm sure you can understand there was only one murder or two. That's correct. None of the others have committed the crime of murder as of your incarceration. So please take to heart and work together. Then again, in this kill me game, you're all criminals, so who knows how much you can trust anybody still. Alright, for the answer, I'm not looking for a name. Instead, you'll be working to tell me which personality did the murder. If you aren't familiar with it, you'll find something that will help you delineate all of that in this duo of rooms. I'll see you later. So this is where Tristidia got the whole personality sort of thing. Okay. I can dig it. Once again, the vision of me disappeared and light returned to their eyes, filtered through the cameras of the mask they wore. None of them seemed too pleased about the news that a killer was on the loose. 39 minutes countdown, huh? We're doing this again. Yes, we better get to searching, even if I feel like this place is comfortable enough to take a nap inside. Take it once we're done all done and we've left this horrible school. I personally like to get out as soon as possible now that it's confirmed one of us tonight is a murderer. Seto, can we please not say why we hate this or about hating this room? I want to try to experience it. I don't want to go and think I'm going to hate it, please. This room shouldn't be too bad either. The enneagram of personality reduces the amount of possibilities denied, so working with that... Alright, not going to think about it too much. It's best left to a search. There's the enneagram somewhere in there. So long as one finds it, they have a solid hold on the mystery. Wait a second. Can somebody... Word, because you have access to that document. Can you write who's been in which room? I'm curious. Alright, what do we got? Is it door? Okay. Going back out. Don't want that. Ankor walked up the stairs. Ira followed, but as they both found out, the staircase didn't lead anywhere in particular. I feel like... Hey, Kayla, how's it going? What's up? Actually, though, then again, everyone has their own opinion. Seto, you're fine. Sorry. I'm really antsy about, like, potential spoilers and overthinking, so that's why, like, yeah, it's Panda. It is Kayla Panda. Much love. Much love to you, too. How's it going, Kayla? This place is a bit familiar. I can't put my finger on it. He smashed his fist into his palm, looking rather angry about the fact. It'll come back in due time. But in which way is it familiar? I think I've been here before. A large ornate mansion, rich place. Were you working there as a guard or something? Don't be silly. I'm too young to have a job yet. The girl looked him up and down a little. Young? He's built like a brick wall. Why are you examining me like that? It's true. Became irate again at the idea. Averting her gaze, Ankora continued investigating the area in silence, but nothing came out of the staircase itself. Spoiling my eggs. Well, that's not good, Kayla. Poor eggs. Poor eggs! This painting has nothing inside of it, outside of it, or behind it. I can't even move it. Let me try. But nothing interesting happened. Okay. A couch. I love couches. They're very comfortable. Let's see if this one measures up to the one I have at home. Oh, being nightly seated is just about the best thing in life. She rapidly rubbed her hands together to the horror of Ankora, who watched as the older woman desecrated that piece of furniture by thoroughly using it in its intended way. It's not actually that great. I guess it's better if you're not stressed out. I'd still give it an 8, though. Out of 10? Yes. I mean, it's pretty good, but... She adjusted herself into the seat before lying onto her side. Maybe an 8.5. Then why not have a scale of 20 instead, so you can give it a 17? Are you ridiculous? Scales go from 0 to 10, or 0 to 100. Won't that make it have 11 or 100? One possible scores rather than a flat 10 or 100 anyway? Why isn't it 1 to 10 or 1 to 100? I'm not the one who makes the rules. She nonchalantly shrugged. I'm more interested in seeing if there's anything about the sofa itself rather than its comfort level, to be honest. While Everidea looked outraged that Ankora would dare suggest that, the girl knelt down looking under the couch. I think if I extend my hand... Ankora grabbed a part of the couch to pull herself right against the underside. She could see better. Something was written there. I need some light to see this. Guess I'll have to look at it again later. You could help me a little, you know. Good day? Yeah, pretty good, though I've been sleepy. Superbia went with, Tristidia. We've never been in the room with Tristidia at this point. Couch is too far comfortable for me to get down to the ground, too. I mean, it's still at a level of 8.5. Ankora stood back up, crossing her arms at Everidea, who shrugged back at her. Lazy bum. True, she is super lazy. Well, that's a nice low table. That's nice, still a nice low table. Ankora stared, petting the table after a few more moments of contemplation. Who's a nice little table? Oh, you are! That's you! What the fuck are you doing? Ankora decided to put the table up for adoption later. Her neighbors didn't like how loud it was being, so she can't sustain the cost of such an ornate table. That's a nice low table, which is put up for adoption. For those who don't know, that's a reference to 999. That is a reference to 999. No matter how much Ankora pulled on the cord, the lamp remained turned off. It's broken or something. In fact, all the lamps like this one are broken here. I wonder why. Oops. This is giving off a lot of heat. Is that so? It doesn't look like that hot to me. He reached towards the fire, but the teacher grabbed his arm. Hey, don't burn yourself. We need a way to extinguish the fire if we're going to look into there first. Which isn't necessarily water either. You need to accessate the fire to extinguish it. It wasn't that hot, and besides, look, I got this. He'd taken out a small object from the fireplace, which was a grayish key. Damn! Oh yeah, it's always fun, Kayla. Always fun. Can we all just pet the table, by the way? It's great. It's a silver key. Where's there a silver key? There must be a silver lock. looks more like steel to me, but yeah, a key. That's good, right? Yeah, it is. It's painting up here too. Unlike the other painting, this one can be moved. She pulled onto the sides to lift it slightly, curiously spying behind it. There was nothing but a wall, yet behind the painting itself were more words haphazardly scribbled across the surface. There are some directives there. 3 for helper. It goes when there's free space. Simple enough. Why does it say 3 though? Is it the order to put in the directives or something? I don't think so. This sounds like the very final step to do since it mentions free space. Alright, that's everything. Let's go into this room. What the heck is this room? Who knows? Nothing special about this pillar. This place is extremely rich. This is some kind of thing you'd find in some fantasy holy place or something. I wonder what kind of person could afford this place. I mean, this isn't the real place it's referring to, of course. It's just a replica. This area looks really weird. It looks very, very Lestrade sort of place. White and gold and all. Look at this pillar. There's some stuff written onto the back. It says 4. Individualist is next to achiever. Shoot, it's one of these puzzles. I know exactly what this is. I know exactly what this is. I'm gonna have to read the next one. I know exactly what kind of puzzle this is. That sounds like a good finding. Let's remember that. Do you have a pen and a paper? No. I don't think there is any use of that here, but that's okay. I have a good memory. Don't worry. No, it's all good. Reassured, Cora left the pillar alone. I know exactly what it is. I know exactly what it is. It's one of those box puzzles. It goes to okay, it's one of those box puzzles. So for those who don't know, it would be like you put names on one side and then you put their things on the other. You're given a few hints and you have to like cross it out and then like cross-reference. It's crazy. I love those puzzles. Don't desecrate the holy tome. This isn't a holy tome, and besides, this cloth is hiding something underneath it. She swiped it, looking upon the naked altar, or at least it's what she expected. The piece of cloth had another underneath. There was a strange retractable pole between the 2 layers, though. That'll make it come in handy to get a longer reach. It doesn't have a hand, but it might come in handy anyway. Is that another pun? The girl didn't reply, instead getting a hold of the pole to free up the altar. She was about to replace the cloth when she realized there was more to it. Some words are written across this thing. It tells us a number and some directives. 1. Up next to loyalist is enthusiast, related to reformer. Up next to loyalist is enthusiast, related to reformer. Okay. That sounds like one of the personality type things. Yeah, probably. We'll keep the cloth then. But the holy tome. It's not a holy tome. It's just white everywhere and it's nothing to do with a tomb. I'm strong enough to push even this. He helped lift the large, imposing, and very heavy throne up, exposing the plates underneath it. At first it had just been an exercise in showing off his strength, but a few words were written underneath it. Hey, you're a genius. 5. Reformer starts the ball. Okay, so reformer is first. I just put fiver. You can tell how tired I am if I just put fiver. I'm a genius? I mean, yeah, of course I am. I knew it all along. After Ankoro was done reading it, Ira let go of the throne, which slammed back onto the ground in its rightful place. Nothing special about this pillar. This place is extremely rich. It's kind of, yeah. So this place. A bunch of boxes. It'll take a while to search them all, but there's something behind them. She reached down to take it and show it off to Everidia, confident it could be used. It's a flashlight. Might be helpful if we somehow need something illuminated. She snagged it from Mancora, who held her hips in annoyance. I'll just put it with the rest of the stuff. You can take your time searching the crates if you want. You just want to get away so you don't have to search with us. Just stick around for a bit. It won't take too long for all three. Everidia admitted defeat. The lazy teacher settled down with the 2 others, opening boxes, looking through their contents. It wasn't much. A lot of foaming. Some of them had a few items, but nothing worth a note. Eventually, Ankora pulled out some kind of book. The book has the enneagram onto it, but all the spots aren't named. There are the numbers for each the spots, though. I remember this. Observer is at spot number 5 spot. I know that much. I'm just writing that down just in case. We could probably start things off with that. In the book itself, it doesn't open. It's a fake. We found something, but it's not real. Maybe it's not real, but there's a phrase on the back. Anyway, it says, find me where the beginning of all six tell you. Find me where the beginning... Okay, hold on. Find me where the beginning of all six tell you. Very important stuff. She snagged it again from Ancora, who saw it coming this time. Instead, she pulled back to avoid the older woman's hands. Let's go put our stuff together instead. So we're missing... So from what I'm understanding, we're missing this down here. Oh yeah! I can finally use that light to see what's written there. She crouched again, illuminating the underside of the couch. The words there say, 6. Enthusiast and challenger are related to observer. Alright, we're missing one thing, though. We're missing 2. Where's 2? She gave a glance at Ira, who stood nearby. You're strong. You could have helped me move the couch up and over. I can move the couch anyway, but I can't lift it. I don't know why. Maybe it's magnetized to the ground? Ancora shook her head, disappointed. Welcome back, Whammy. Still no sign of any water to stop this fire. If only had a fireman here. A tall American blonde fireman who could break this place open and rescue us. They'd probably get here too late. I don't feel like there's anything else here anyway. And up here? You know how sometimes people putting together this kind of room include things that have nothing to do with the solution just to keep you occupied? This is one of them. So it is a red herring. Cool. It was broken, so you have to find something else if you need light. There's the table. There's nothing else around the little table with the lamp. I checked. So much for that thought. Paint me like one of your French girls. Or don't actually. It'd probably be better if you don't. No, but French girls. Stop staring at me. It's rude to stare. Eh? I'm not staring. Oh, I was just making a silly joke. Never mind that. My nose is itchy as hell. So we're missing something. Because that's 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're missing one thing. It's probably in this other room. This isn't about that. Nothing to do with thrones. This is the game of Holmes. We have to figure out the murder. I was still moping about the Holy Tome business, believing this wasn't just some kind of meaningless room that was put there just for them to solve it. What an idiot. Nothing special about this pillar. If you stare into the abyss stares back at you. Another joke? Maybe a little. I like the ornate looks, but enough staring at it. It's got some business set up too. Just kidding. I would make more jokes, but I'm out of ideas for once. Lol. Would. Maybe I have to talk to them? Feel free to talk. Never mind. Right away then. I feel like I'm missing something. So sign of any water, stop this fire. We also have a silver key for some reason. Why do we have a silver key? Anything back here? Nothing else seems useful here. It's full of weird ceremony stuff. Black and red robes mostly. I don't think this place is Christian. I'm kind of out of ideas. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, good old sticky keys that happen. Let's talk to everybody, yeah. Feel free to talk about the personality. When you spoke about a personality, what do you think she means? She also mentioned something about finding a thing that will help us determine that. Honestly, I'm not sure what she's referring to, but I can take a guess. Early on, when I studied psychology, we had this thing called the Enneagram of Personality, which said that people can be categorized into 9 main types of personalities. That's other bullshit, by the way. That's because we're more complex than just one personality trait. It's believed we have a main type and 2 related types, when you're feeling fulfilled and when you're feeling stressed. You tend to switch to another personality to try and make it back to your comfort zone, or something like that. That course wasn't too important, so I forgot the gist of it. So do you remember the Enneagram? Enneagram? And no, I don't. I only remember that in the list. There's something called the Observer personality, which is also Investigator, and is represented by the number 5. She took a small pause, thinking over what she was saying, and Cora was about to call for her again when she resumed her speech. I only remember because I think I might fit in that one. Do you think we all fit in those personalities? We're supposed to be 9. No, I don't think so. I mean, probably there's an intent behind showing this to us, but while we're meant to be classified, like I said, we're more complex than that. Not even as a template? And Cora insisted. She was fairly pumped about the subject, not willing to let go of her lead that they happen to have. Being interested is a good way to catch someone's attention. It's all about leading them to the right path. Maybe as a template, but I forgot what the personalities were anyway, so we better get to going in order to find that in here, if it's in this room. I should probably keep searching. Do you have any ideas? So what do you think we have to do in here? Everybody was thinking about it. Judging by their current environment, it was warranted. One wouldn't expect to find a room like this one in the school. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure. One thing is absolutely certain. It has to do with that enneagram. It's the only thing I could think of that relates to personality. Or maybe it's the only thing I could think of since I keep thinking about our situation. What kind of personality me would mean, and also the fact we're supposed to be 9. Not that it really means anything, the enneagram that is. I see, but that's a little too categorical, I think. The teacher shrugged. So yes, we have to find the enneagram to see what it looks like, and then we probably be able to shed some light on what we have to find out. Once we have it, it's not going to be so easy, I don't think. It might be some kind of process of elimination as to which personality on it is the right one. If they relate to one of us, do you think that personality really is the murderer? A short silence followed. At first, it was mostly about the reluctance to accept there really was a murderer among the group. Soon it became more apparent both of them remained silent to the thought they might be talking to the murderer right now. That's pretty awkward. Should break that silence. Murder or not, we have some stuff to do anyway. Yeah, you're right. No point delving out that just yet. And besides, the personality itself won't really tell us exactly who it is. We should probably keep searching. Okay, what does Ira have to say? Right away, then. Let's see what Ira has to say. Hey, what's up? So what about the personality? Do you know anything about the personality who might have done the murder? No, I don't think so. Sorry, I can't really help him more than that. Strangely enough, his refusal didn't feel genuine to Ancora. She crossed her arms to put him on his guards. You asked me and I answered, so there's no problem, right? He punched his hands together, looking as threatening as he could. Unfortunately, it only made Ancora more interested in knowing why he denied it so vehemently. You definitely know something. You wouldn't hit a girl, would you? So sorry. Even if you're a girl, I don't really care. Equality for everyone, and it includes the departed too. So you're saying I should drop it before I get hurt? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I wish I could answer, but I'm not going to. You just pretended to don't know anything. Well, at least that confirms he does know something about it. Maybe he did it. He doesn't seem to be too estranged to violence or some kind or another. Either way, regardless if he did it or not, working with him is crucial, especially if he did it. Wouldn't want him to become an enemy. Well, anything else? Okay then. Do you know what you're doing? I was pacing around the room, touching the walls and the other objects. I'm just seeing if they're heavy. Feels like this whole place is made out of cardboard. Welcome back, Eddie. Are you sure it's not just because you're no. He pointed at his arms. The definition of his muscles was absurdly pronounced. Hey, zombie, how's it going? I mean, I'm so strong, yeah, but not to the point where I could topple a staircase or end in anything. See, that's word, not me. Probably best not to ask him to try either. So anyway, I was about to ask, but she interrupted herself again when he started grabbing anything that looked as though it had any value whatsoever. Gold objects, anything that shined, his hands were touching them all. If you leave your prints everywhere or investigate this place, they'll know that you've been here. You're aware of that, right? But prints? I haven't printed anything. Your fingerprints, I mean. You know what those are, right? Yeah, of course. It's okay, though. I washed my hands at the bathroom. I don't think it really realizes how fingerprints works. Okay, alright. You know what? Just keep doing what you're doing. Gotcha! Hey, this looks really valuable. But don't steal anything unless it's part of the puzzle. Remember, we can't take anything out of me, or me is going to get mad. At those words, Iron stiffened. He clearly remembered the episode he spoke of earlier when he came moments away from getting his head blown up by the helmet. On second thought, maybe I'd been off not touching any more of it. Well, anything else? So we have nothing else. It's just saying check everything. So just keep searching. Just check everything. Lamp. This. Actually, I am so confused what this could be. The broken pillar. Nothing special about this pillar. This place is extremely rich. Hey, Mrs. Vian, how's it going? I've already searched everything. What? Is there anything new here? Okay, she's saying the same thing. Alright. Is there anything with the items? Like, it feels like there's something else that I need to press. Is there something I'm missing? I mean, there's the key thing, but it didn't light up. The silver key we found looks like it fits in here. It looks more like a steel key than a silver key to me. Regardless of what the key really was made out of, it fits into the lock. Opening the object dropped a rolled piece of paper onto the ground. Unfortunately, due to its placement, it fell behind the couch. Damn, we'll have to get it. I'm on it. She moved to the couch ever so slightly and reached for it with her arm, but it was then that Ira came by. He suddenly pulled the couch over, moving it entirely out of the way for her. She grabbed the piece of paper and Ira replaced the couch where it had been. I was being careful because couches are precious things that mustn't be harmed at all costs, but I suppose this works too. There are better ways to be grateful for your help, let's say. You get to see what we found. On paper is written to, okay, there we go. To Peacemaker, Achiever, and Loyalist form perfect triangle. Peacemaker, Achiever, plus Loyalist makes my stream. Bye, Mrs. Bean. Take it easy. I'm gonna probably be eating after this. Perfect. Okay, so we have all the clues now. What the heck are those? If I had to guess, they're personality types. Let's store this in our communal inventory. Already held onto it for a while longer, trying to remember all the personality types, but it became obvious she couldn't. She eventually relinquished the paper to the rest of their findings. It barely shines. It barely shines. Alright, there we go. The trio worked on the book's riddle. Who's done? Alright, welcome back. Oh, remember that book? If you take all the first letters of the hints and put them in order, you get Upfire. I think we have to look up the chimney to find whatever that is. We'll just find Santa Claus there. And it's not Christmas yet. And even if it was, Santa Claus doesn't go down chimneys where there's smoke. Speaking of which, where is that smoke going? Maybe it's staying in this room and we're slowly dying. But there's probably some kind of buffer room for it when it gets filtered. It's called ventilation. Does it really say up? Wow, it totally does. It's called ventilation. Anyway, I think someone could extinguish the fire using a large piece of cloth. It might go better than water since, well, there's no water here. Okay. So let's go put out the fire. The cloth we found could be used to stop the fire. Just do it like this. She did a few motions with it, and after closing it onto the flames, they died out. Thankfully, it didn't damage the cloth at all, and the words on it were still legible. And now we can look inside. He arched his back and peeked up to the dirty chimney. As he came back to them, the two girls could easily see, even without directly witnessing his face, that he was disappointed. There's something, but it's really high and I can't reach it. You need like a billiard pole or something to get it down. That's one difficult item to get to, huh? Too bad it's also practically necessary. Good thing we actually found that. Alright, I'll use the pole now. And Cora took out the retractable pole she had on her and expanded it while looking up at the chimney. The girl coughed a little. Even the helmet didn't stop all the leftover dust, ashes, and smoke there still was. I took that better earlier. Finally, the item dropped. She quickly pulled herself out of the chimney to dodge it. Ash and dust was kicked up from the object's landing, causing everyone to back away a little. Save the couch! Don't let it get tainted by the ashes! Thankfully, the ashes never got to it. The group grabbed the item. It was a small chest which had been held in suspension. It didn't have a lock, so Ira opened it with glee, uncaring that his hands dirtied themselves with soot. There's a fucking gun! So this is the room that Superbia and Tristidia were first in, way back when. And hello there, Zero. Welcome to stream. Zero Seto. Why what? Is this the same as Seto Kodabrand, or is this a different Seto? No one way to find out. It's the same Seto. Nice. He immediately grabbed it. The girl stood back, watching him carefully as he also pulled out a few bullets into the chest. He put them into the open chamber of the gun, closing it and aiming it at the painting in the back. It's so cool. I've never held a gun in my life. I mean, I don't actually like firearms, but it's still cool. Guns are cool. Yes, it's fine, but do you mind not waving that thing around? It's okay, the safety's still on, or however that works. Avaridia, you just became a ghost for a second, girl. Avaridia just became a ghost for a second. I don't know if you guys just saw that, but her face just like skipped a little. That was weird. Oops. Was there anything else in the box? Oh, right, there's also a key. He pulled out a key which had teeth in the shape of the letter I, while stuffing the gun away for the time being. Goes right with the others we found like that, huh? He also pulled out one of those magnetic key cards and then another one. He pocketed one of the B cards while Anaconda and Akora took the other, and Aphrodite snagged a strange key. See? No to danger, but while splitting it equally. You didn't split the gun, though. I'm just gonna keep that one. I hope you don't mind. If you do about that, that's too bad. The two girls watched him for a moment before they decided he wasn't really a threat, for now at least. They still need to leave the room, and that they included him too. There's also a piece of paper in there. I bet there are instructions for the solution. It says, between challenger and individualist. Between... individualist. I got you, zombie. Hopefully feel better soon. Another riddle? Damn. I think we have all we need to escape, though. So how about we meeting back here at the fireplace when we're ready to go? Let's not take too long. The timer's going down. I agree. I agree, too. Maybe it would be good to have just one more curiosity look first, but not too much. Okay, so let's... Okay. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for this? Who is ready? You guys know what it's time for, right? I don't know what just happened there. Alright, next what we're gonna do here. Give me 1 second. How's the eBay looking going for you? E-boy look? That's how I normally look, so guess it looks good. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Who is ready for this? Nope. That is for something else. Actually, hold on. We'll just do this. Properties. Display. Done. Transform. Reset transformation. All right. Who's ready for MS Paint? Okay. So, set up a ninja get my job? Maybe. All right, it's MS Paint time. So, first up, 1. Up next to Loyalist is Enthusiast. Okay, so wait, we know number 5 is... Okay, hold on. So we know number 5... Okay. So 5 equals... Observe. So 5 equals Observer. Okay. So what do we have that's regarding that? Okay, so Enthusiast and Challenger. Yeah, 5 equals Observer. Enthusiast is related to Challenger, or sorry, Enthusiast and Challenger. So 8 and 7 and 8. 7 and 8 are Enthusiast or Challenger. Helper. Up next to Loyalist is Enthusiast, related to a Reformer. Challenger and Individualist. So Observer. So next to Observer, so related. So Enthusiast and Challenger. So it has to be one of these two. So they're right next to each other. Hold on. We're doing MS Paint on this here. Oh, hold on. Peacemaker, Achiever, and Loyalist makes a perfect So 3, 6, and 9 are Peacemaker, Achiever, and Loyalist. Starts the... Reformer starts the... Hold on, wait. What does that say? Hold on. I just need to make sure here. This is 5. Reformer starts the ball. I don't know what that means. So, let's see. So I'm gonna write this stuff down and figure this out. So up next to Loyalist is Enthusiast related to Reformer. So Loyalist is next to Enthusiast. And is it saying, so Loyalist, or is Enthusiast related to Reformer? Enthusiast might be related to Informer. Informer. Okay. 2. Peacemaker, Achiever, and Loyalist makes it perfect. So, concern screaming? Listen! We have to figure this out. Peacemaker, Achiever, and Loyalist. So, Peacemaker, Achiever, Loyalist equal 3, 6, and 9. So that's what all those are. Ooh, actually, is one of those next to... Hold on, is one of those next to Observer? The villager's next to Achiever. So, I is next to Achiever? Hold on. Okay, so individual's next to Achiever. So E is related to I. So Achiever is one of those. Why is there screaming? We're trying to figure this out. Helper goes where there's free space. So Helper is just kind of chilling, honestly. Starts the ball. What is it? 5? What is Reformer starts the ball? So 7 and 8. So I am using it. So we're in the right triangle. Reformer starts the ball. I don't know what that means. Hold on, let me just double check this again. So up next to Loyalist is Enthusiast related to Informer. Or is it saying Loyalist is related to Reformer? Peacemaker. Hold on. Kid's got another idea. Project puzzle template. I would need a 9x9, please. Oh, okay. So, hold on. Templates. So I think it might be 9 too. Never mind. It's 2 9. Copy. Hold on, I got this. Got this. Makes it easy. File new. Don't say. Come on. Come on, make it bigger. Do 36. Nope, too big. 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Okay, well, we know Observer. I can't. All right, fuck it. I'll just stare at this real quick. Enthusiast and challenger. Is there anything else that's right next to an enthusiast? What? Anything about enthusiast and challenger? All right, I know what 6 and 7 are now, and 8. Enthusiast. Okay, so here's what it is. So we know observer is 5, right? We know that peacemaker, achiever, and loyalist form a perfect triangle, and that loyalist is related to reformer is next to enthusiast. Loyalist means is a 6. That means because enthusiast next, and enthusiast is related to reformer. Wait. Reformer, not observer. Shit. Never mind, I might be wrong. Okay, no. Enthusiast and challenger are related to observers, so that means there's 7 or 8. But this one says that loyalist is next to enthusiast, and enthusiast is related to reformer. So reformer then, by that logic, means that reformer is 1, and hence why it says reformer starts the ball. So reformer is number 1. Okay. That means that we know what number 8 is, because number 8 is challenger. Sure. Okay. For helper, it goes where there's free space, so once we don't know anything. Which right now that is either 2 or 4. 2 or 4 is helper. Individualist is next to achiever. Okay, individualist is next to achiever. So I can't do puzzle games? I like puzzle games, they're fun. You know, I'm gonna just get these in order here. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1 is reformer. 2 we don't know, 3 we don't know, 4 we don't know. 5 is observer. 6 is loyalist. 7 is enthusiast. 8 is challenger. Okay, so we know what's on both ends of 8 and 9, which means that since individualist is next to achiever, and we know that achiever is part of that formula triangle, that means it can't be 9, which means that individualist has to, achiever, just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Achiever has to be 3. Which means that peacemaker is 9. Okay. Individualist is next to achiever. So 2 or 4 is either helper or individualist. Do we know where next to reformer is? From perfect triangle. Helper goes with observer. Challenger and individualist. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Wait, maybe? Let me start this again. My brain is just not working because it doesn't make sense if it says between challenger and individualist. That doesn't make sense because there's 6 that are in between, or 4 that's between those. So hold on. So we know that observer, which is number 5, is related to 7 and 8. And that's what this one says. Reformer starts the ball, so reformer has to be 1. Reformer has to be 1, there is no other option. Enthusiast and challenger are related to observer. So enthusiast and challenger, 7 or 8. Enthusiast and challenger. Loyalist is enthusiast, which means it can't be, well, that means 6 has to be loyalist because there can't be anything if it's next to it. Loyalist is next to enthusiast, which means enthusiast has to be that. Enthusiast. And then according to this one, challenger is number 8. So those ones are all correct. Okay, those ones we know that are correct. Sure. Challenger connects to individualist, I think, is actually what that means. Which means 8 connects to 5. I mean, we could just start guessing if it's really this bad. Royalist is related to Reformer? So hold on. Loyalist is 6. Is it related to 1? No, it's not. Is Enthusiast related to 1? Enthusiast is related to 1. 1 is Reformer. Okay. I'm sorry if this is like boring as shit. Just trying to figure this out. Peacemaker, Achiever, and Loyalist form a perfect triangle. Which that's 3, 6, and 9. For Helper, it goes where there's 3 space. Individualist is next to Achiever. Achiever has to be 9 or 3. So that means Achiever is right there. So Achiever is 3. Yeah, so that has to be right. So the only things left we have is Individualist and Helper. Where's Challenger? Challenger is number 8, I think. I think I know what the answer is. Hold on. Can we? Where's the exit to this room? I'm actually really curious what the exit of this room is. Are we all ready? Sure, but do you know the answer? I think I do. It's not that complicating. Using the 6 riddles together, we have determined which each personality type is on the enneagram. What would stop someone from guessing which one is and eventually getting it right? Well, first of all, we need to have up to 9 tries for that, and we only have 3. Not to mention anyone who get it wrong would die. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Blindly guessing would just lead to our deaths, even if there's a small selection of what it could be. They better be thankful that I have a solution for them. Interestingly enough, neither Alvaredia nor Arbor really cared about the weird episode from earlier, or at least they didn't bring it up. Maybe they have more trust now. Whatever the case, I see no reason to delay this. I was staying away from the door, not really knowing what the answer was. And Cora and Alvaredia were basically carrying him through the room, though he was the one who got the revolver. In fact, did make Cora a little upset. Anyway, are we all ready? You already asked this. If you're sure about what the answer is, then I won't stop you. Alright, let me out. The answer is... I think it's the Achiever. I solved it! It might be the Peacemaker. Peacemaker. I'm solving it. Helper. Where the hell is Helper on all this? Alright, we back. My headset got unplugged briefly. I don't know how the fuck that makes sense. I'll figure that out later. Alright, good. Let's get out of here for now. After you. No, I insist. I don't want anybody in my back. No one's taking the gun from me or stepping me in the back. Seeing that he took the gun out, and Cora and Alvaredia begrudgingly obeyed, walking out the door first. They didn't really have a choice anyway. Even without the gun, I would still be stronger than the both of them combined. Oh, Ira's the murderer. That's unfortunate. And now we're back out. Without masking her uneasiness at doing what Ira demanded of her just because he was the one who grabbed the revolver, Cora left the room first, immediately noting that the door next to theirs was still closed. With the window obstructed by that metal plate, she couldn't see inside to make sure everyone made it out. As the hallways were completely silent other than for her and Alvaredia following her, she figured no one had solved the room yet.
Look, I'm not going to do anything bad, okay? It's just like I said, I don't want any of you to fucking kill me like that. There's some truth to his words. The more Ankura watched him carrying the gun, the more she realized he really didn't know how to use it, which would only be helpful to her. It wouldn't be too hard to try and get it from him. But let's not forget, he's also pretty built. He could defend himself, even without the gun. For now, Ankura decided to not think about a violent outcome and instead focused her thoughts on what they'd learned in the room. Someone in the group was a real threat. It was Ira. It would be best to get the others to follow the same train of thought, but how do we guide them there? I feel like it is Ira, though. It must be the Helper personality. So Helper was the answer, huh? Do either of you know who that refers to? Everybody calmly shrugged, not even deigning to open her mouth to say a single word. However, Ira had a much more irate reaction. Just don't question it, okay? It's not my, but whoever it is, they learned we know. We're going to be meeting the bearded guy in the sky soon after. He pointed upward as he spoke. There isn't any way they let us go after that. I'm not really smart, but even I can understand it's dangerous, so keep shout if you know what's good for you. Which means it's best to bring up during the next vote. That will help solve this issue. However, maybe I should make sure I'm right on it who it is first with another session of hacking. Maybe now's not the best time, but soon enough. All of those thoughts were interrupted when the door next to them unlocked, and Vidya emerged on the scene of Ira brandishing a revolver and looking threateningly, which gave him pause. And this had for effect to stop Gula dead in her tracks, but not before she bumped into Nvidia, causing him to fall forward to the ground. Ouch. Hey, please watch it next time. Oh, my apologies. It was not under my assumption you would be ceasing all movements this readily. Now that she was out and she could see it, Gula cautiously watched the gun hanging from the lion's hand. I'm not going to shoot anybody. Stop making a fuss over it. Ugh. Nvidia was still in the process of standing up. No one gave him a hand, so Ankura stepped forward to help him. He shook his head in protest. I'll be fine. It's okay. I was just bumped by not being just a single body, but the entire gravitational force of 2 celestial bodies. Hey, that is completely uncalled for. Avert your gaze and your uncouth thoughts from my chest this instant. It is hard not to notice them, honestly. Wherever I look, they are all there. Or at least a bit of them are, and this is even if I turn all the way around. Gula clenched her hands into fists, looking downright aggravated by his jokes. Thankfully for her, the party got in full swing when the third door unlocked in the distance, and Tristida's helmet popped in from around the corner. So, apparently, Nvidia really likes breasts. Sure. Oh, you're all... He paused then, noticing the gun. Ira roared an annoyed growl at that reaction, which was quickly becoming the norm as each of them joined the gathering. But will you guys stop? It's just a gun. I'm not going to shoot anyone. Nobody's got to be scared of this, okay? What do you mean, just a gun? That kind of thing is highly dangerous. What's the matter now? Someone's got a gun? The rabbit girl came in after the horse. She evaluated the situation from Nvidia dusting off his hands now that he was back on his feet, to the group somewhat awkwardly waiting to see how things would go, and finally to Ira, who still had the gun in his hand. Simple then. You just take it apart. Without any traces of fear, she walked towards him. He made a movement to aim with the revolver, but she effortlessly pushed his arm away with her own. Look, do you want everyone to stop getting scared over it or not? I thought I heard something about it just now. Just open the gun. I don't know how to do that, okay? Then let me do it. Ankura could tell that Ira really didn't want to let go of the gun, but after a moment, he absconded from that position and let the rabbit have it. It's really easy. To empty the gun, there are 2 ways. One is to open it like this. She did exactly what she said she would, taking out the 6 bullets and closing the gun again. Then she slid the bullets one by one into her shoes. Now nobody would be able to shoot with it. The revolver without bullets is useless unless you want to clock someone with it. Got it? Simple enough, like I said. She handed the now empty revolver over to Ira, who took it back, put it in his pocket, now that the danger of holding it was past. It was like a weight had been lifted off the group, at least until Tristidia panicked. Oh no, we're running late. The hour's coming to a close soon. We got 10 minutes before the time to vote is over. Let's just vote then. We got all the time to do it, and on top of that, we already found 2 me cards in our room. We found 2 me cards too. I guess we all found 2? So that's 6. I don't have a me card, so that means... damn it! It could have gone smoothly, but we have to search for more again? We already searched this whole place and didn't find any earlier, but didn't Luxuria hide one? Let us away towards the second thorough search. Perhaps we've not given it due to prior concern prior. Perhaps we've not given it due to concern prior. Bitch, please talk normal. I swear you got to drop the thesaurus. Hello. Apologies once more, but I've no thought to expend towards little salacious Jezebels. You're saying I'm a slut, bitch? Look at you again, say it once more. And that is what you precisely are. A highly uncouth one and completely undeserving my attention, mind you. With your looks, it's no wonder your mind jumps at that. Just by looking at you, I can tell that you've had no more dongs than the bell of an old church. Damn. Also, nice art, but damn. Girls can't hear me. What a laugh. Have we witnessed the singular moment in which the only duet is... I can't even speak correctly. Only duet is cephalic cells that fill in their sentence composed of more than the word bitch? I don't give a fuck about what you think my head composes, but if you don't stop bitching at me, your head is gonna start decomposing instead. Girls, stop fighting. We got to... And furthermore, you've been a hand ever since you've arrived with your little friend who was voted out. Of your starting group, you're the last one. I wouldn't tempt fate if I were you, because your group's dropping like flies right now. The timer's running out soon. It's calling the bitch face number 1 and bitch face number 2. But they didn't listen. Even though the boys' attempts at bringing the two of them back from their bickering, they simply continued. Pray tell then, incapable rabbit, what do you propose to solve a timely dilemma? Should we continue this line while all dully surrender our right to live? This is going to degenerate. Something has to be done fast, or else... Before anyone could do anything, at least of all in Cora, Superbia grabbed the revolver from Ira's shorts. Whether or not he wanted to stop her, he was too surprised to move. With a kick of her shoe, she grabbed a bullet and slammed it into the chamber lightning fast. Does that solve the problem? Say hello to your little bitch in hell for me. So she just thought Gula. Gula's dead. The bang that echoed was telltale of what just transpired. A bullet hole had gone right through Gula's chest, who probably fell down, hitting her head hard on the wall. You're a murderer. You're the one going to hell. Are we starting tomorrow? Of course, absolutely. The helmet she wore activated and the resulting explosion kicked up tons of dust and smoke. By the time it dissipated, the body was headless, yet the wall behind her barely suffered any damage. And this is the second way to empty the gun. You can thank me later for saving your life, since we won't need a vote for this hour slice. Well then. Superbia threw the now empty gun away and walked off before anyone said anything. Everyone was too surprised and frozen and shocked to do anything of the sort anyway, and Cora grabbed the gun while no one else moved. While she was doing it, she had a thought for Gula and her head turned to look at the body, which was now a mess on the floor, a mess that was getting redder by the moment. What just happened? I'm going to be sick. Well, Gula just got shot. She did. Much of it. No worries, no worries. He walked away from the others, not content remaining near the dead body. I should have stepped in. Maybe I could have prevented it. Don't blame yourself over it. I guess something like that was inevitable. Now what? What about the vote? Got another hour to think about it. But maybe there's another way. Just like me said, the votes aren't necessary. They are if we want to make it further in. We need a vote. We can't just kill everyone one by one until we've hit 3 left. Unless you want to be unable to disarm the bomb. Excuse me. I got you. No worries, no worries. As much as everyone hated to admit it, all the survivors fell similarly. Gula dying was an unwarranted outcome, but it meant that they wouldn't die for the next hour. And yet, they were still trapped in the section until they voted again. For some of them, it also gave them a clear target to eliminate next. Not that any of them were really close to Gula as to wish for revenge, but Superbia's threat was made manifest. Let's split up and gather our thoughts. The group agreed and everyone sat out in a different direction, and Cora left them first, splitting from the rest to check out around the corner further south past the room she explored with Advertia and Ira. Maybe now would be a good idea to hack. Let's see. Matching frequencies are Tristidia, Superbia, and Ira. I'm very curious to see what Superbia is up to, but I got choices, it seems. Anyway, who's it going to be? Cow is dead now. Snake and Cow are both dead. I'm gonna get Tristidia's trust. Let's get Tristidia's trust to use against him. Wait, what is this? It's nothing but our helmets on the same frequency. Be absolutely sure to check. So much I can do about it right now. I have no idea why this is happening. Maybe there's an error in the program or I'm just missing some vitals somehow. So we can't go with Tristidia. Superbia? Alright, Superbia it is. Which means we probably need to befriend Superbia next. Which we'll do probably next time we play this game. Because right now, we're getting close to... We've been going on for quite some time. Rabbit and Lion. Tear apart Rabbit and Lion. This one's going to be a reset one. I know it. R and A L B I B O. There we go. Easy. We're gonna go until we get to another ending, whether it's a dead end or if it's an actual ending, and then we're gonna call the stream. Also, we're playing Animal Crossing afterwards. I'm just letting you guys know. Once I get food in my system. I haven't eaten in the past 2 days. I'm so tired. Smile and shine. Superbia was walking away from the stairs, down from the middle of the crossroads. Her shoes made a few taps on the ground, which resonated in the otherwise empty area.
Soon enough, the silence was broken again by Tristidia joining her for a chat. It was immediately obvious that Superbia was not very pleased by his presence there. About earlier. What about earlier? Said someone died and it brought us time, so be thankful. You don't understand. You killed someone just now and we don't have an idea of their crime. Whatever they had to do with this place. We have to make sure those who die are the right ones. And who put you in charge exactly? Look, I really don't like being told what to do. I'm going to do things my way, and if you get into it, you're out too. Is that the threat? What would it change if it was? I can already tell you we want to take control of this game. I'm not going to stand for it, if that's for sure. If you think you can lord over me, you can go right to hell. I just want to keep the playing field leveled. And besides, you think this is a game? I already kept the playing field leveled since the bullets are no consequence anymore. And yes, I think it's very much a game. That idiot told us we're playing kill me, whatever that is. It didn't level the playing field at all. It just means the only one who can shoot is you and no one else. Even if you don't have the gun, you already showed you can just take it anyway. And aggravated, Superbia gave him the old talk to the hand gesture. I don't care, so keep your observations to yourself. See you around or not. I want to cosplay as NVIDIA, honestly. I really want to cosplay. I really would play as NVIDIA. It would be great. Just like that, she left him, walking away with no intention to come back and speak to him again. Superbia very quickly hounded the consoles, aggressively sighing to herself. What an idiot. Bah, most importantly, I have to finish setting this up. I thought I might see it in my way, but... She grumbled a little while rummaging around on the consoles. She was messing with the portraits, which she apparently been doing before, business which for whatever reason she paused to look around. Now, her hands plucked one portrait after the other, so she noticed the portraits can be messed with. That's pretty bad, but at least we're in the clear about who's doing this. I wonder whose portrait she switched around. The first one was her own. Superbia was acutely aware she was the target for the next vote because of how dangerous she was. That's why we died! We all voted for Superbia, and then she... Oh my gosh. That meant she had to switch them to ensure they'd vote for her, but not really for her. The second portrait was Ancora's. She switched the two of them so that the consoles had Ancora's face over Superbia's button, and vice versa for the other. That's pretty smart, not going to lie. Too bad I can spy on her, and now I'm onto her little trick. I wonder when it was that she learned those portraits aren't set in stone. I didn't really have much of a choice anyway. It's not like I could have done it any differently. Not only it would require more resources, but I'm unable to grab them. Nothing much of note happened otherwise. Superbia ended up only messing with the ones related to her and Ancora. After a short while, her vision caught on to NVIDIA and Tristidia walking into Wing A, splitting up at the entrance. Uh-oh, I can't see much of what they're doing now. Superbia is staying in the voting room, no doubt. I can't exactly hack into their helmet to check, so... And it's probably safer to cut the connection so that I can be there when Tristidia eventually comes by. It's especially bad because I haven't seen Avaridia or Naira too. Just like before, the connection to Superbia's helmet was cut off to bring back Ancora's view of the hallway. However, Ancora's helmet no longer displayed anything this time, as if something happened to knock it offline. There are no sounds or any visuals to be heard or seen respectively, while it should have been showing everything from her helmet's point of view once more. Something's wrong. This can only happen if someone forcibly knocks it offline. That means someone bashed the helmet and caused the resonance effect strongly enough. Why did I not feel any of it? So then, does this mean Avaridia or Ira did something? Uh-oh. Eventually, the helmet rebooted, and Cora's vision became filled with Tristidia holding her to help her back onto her feet. Was it him? Could it be that he closed the distance as quickly and knocked out the helmet in time that was taking me to have the connection back? Are you okay? And Cora harbored the strange feeling that perhaps it has been his fault. She acted surprised when he was holding her, only to pull away from her after a few seconds. So we have a little bit of trust with Superbia. Damn. Oh, excuse me. I'm fine, don't worry over me. Hey, wait up. We have to meet up with the group. I'm going there, it's fine. Shrugging the light dizziness she was feeling as a result of the altercation, Cora put as much distance between them as she could, making a beeline for the voting consoles. Surely they would all gather to do the vote soon. It was 20 minutes past the hour, so they still had 40 minutes, but there was nothing to do until they then except vote. I can't shake this feeling that someone did something I wasn't aware of during this part. Something's missing. Feels like running into a wall head first with your eyes closed. Not good. On the way to the staircase to the voting consoles, Ancora passed by Avaridia and Ira, but she didn't outwardly acknowledge the presence, instead acting like she was in a hurry to go meet with the others at the crossroads. I think Tristidia broke her helmet. I think Tristidia legitimately broke her helmet. That's bad. Why are they still in this wing? The only explanation for Avaridia is she's taking the me card that belonged to Gula, but Ira doesn't have anything to do here. Unless he was there to keep everyone distracted from what she was doing. I know she switched the portrait, so I definitely have to bring that up later. Ancora hesitated as those thoughts went through her head. There was an even bigger problem at hand, and there was no way to deduce it given the puzzle piece of information she had. The bigger problem is, who knocked me offline? All these details will have to be shared for the vote. It's probably safer to talk about it while they're physically incapable of movement in front of those shotguns. She arrived at the staircase leading up to the crossroads, and Vidya approached her, closing in on her from the entrance of the first hallway. Oh, there you are. Tristan and me were looking everywhere for you. You mean Tristan and I? No, it was me, not you. I mean what I said. I'm just saying it's incorrect to say them and me like that. Besides, you could just say we. Hey, who cares if it's correct or not? Are you a teacher or something? Besides, it doesn't really matter. Just forget it. What's important is that we're going to take another vote very soon, so be ready with us. Yeah, I know. I'm heading there. The conversation came to a bit of a standstill, and Vidya was clearly hesitating. The exact nature of the reason behind the hesitation was lost on Ankora. Was it because of her loopy episode earlier? If she wanted to get anything out of him, she'd have to take the first step. But what would he answer? Ankora knew what she wanted to talk about. Without much hesitation on her end, she spoke, forthcoming about her incident. Someone assaulted me. I didn't see who it was. Is that so? Assaults, like punched you? I was struck from behind. I passed out for a few minutes not long ago. It's probably this helmet that caused me to lose consciousness. You know how Bia accidentally hit the ear of her helmet on the doorframe earlier and she screamed bloody murder? Imagine that but from a direct hit. I wasn't around back there, so I can't say who attacked you. Do you have any suspects? He is more open to talk about it now. That acted out of concern for her own calmed Ankora. So, okay, Nvidia is on our side. Let's go. He came out of the first hallway, so it sounds like it wasn't you. Triss found me and helped me back up, so maybe it was him? I can't rule out that possibility. Otherwise, Ira and Ava were both in Wing A too, and then there's Bia. No, it can't be Bia. She's been around here this whole time as far as I'm aware. But she went into the hallway, didn't you? You might have missed her slipping by you. Triss went to the Wing A when we split up. If she did, he'd run into her, I think. And Cora couldn't be sure now. Superbia definitely could have had a hand in doing something bad, but if Tristidia didn't run into her... Okay, let's eliminate Superbia from the suspects then. That would be great, yes. They had been so engrossed in their talk that they didn't notice the bunny girl coming by. She walked down the stairs to join them with a slightly irate tone. Are we going to vote now? Look, time's ticking, we have not reached the next set of rooms yet. 3 already died, so you've got a 50% chance of coming out of it alive too. Would it hurt you to be a little more sensitive sometimes? Nobody likes a giant bitch. True. Very true. Something's not quite right. Generally speaking, Superbia is a giant bitch, fine, but she's very forthcoming now. I mean, more than usual. She's definitely up to something. Superbia shook her head and clicked her tongue, annoyed. Just come up here. It's not magic, it's just a few stairs. Looking behind herself, and Cora noticed the rest of the group closing in. She decided to walk up the stairs before they caught up with the trio already in the crossroads. Contrary to what one might think, nothing special happened as the group acknowledged everyone else and stepped forward for the vote, and Cora took her spot in front of the booth with a shotgun designated for her. Alright, voting time, guys. We have to convince them to kill us. That's the only thing. All cards were swiped. All helmets were asphyxiated. At that moment, no one could move anymore. This is where it would be best to point out the discrepancy of events, however I'm kind of at a loss. Nothing really connects or makes sense. Superbia is suspicious. Maybe that's a good spot to start with. But before Ankora could say anything about Superbia, the group was already done with their deliberating and had been lightning fast. The only one who wasn't in agreement to vote for Superbia was, to no one's surprise, herself. Superbia was surprisingly not putting much of a fight though. She did look very annoyed, but it was nothing to the level one would expect out of her in this situation. This is stupid and dumb, and you're all stupid and dumb. Those mean the same thing. Either way, she's too dangerous to leave alive. We're all in agreement, right? I guess there's nothing much more to say about it. I don't know. Then what? What are you going to do? Ava, Cora, Vidi, and I are going to vote for Bia. Surely you can tell voting otherwise is futile. I guess you're right. Fine then. Sorry, Bia, but they're right. Bia didn't say anything. Something is definitely wrong with this. Normally she would be out of her mind at the minute we were mentioned killing her. It is too late to do anything about it. After this uneventful talk, everyone put in their votes for Superbia as convened. Hesitating a little, Ankora selected her too, as her vote wouldn't amount to anything alone. As for the bunny girl, she picked the same one. She voted for herself too? Oh no, this is bad. We just got played, didn't we? God, you're all so fucking dumb. I wasn't saying anything because I couldn't have held my laughter if I did. The screens exposed the votes much like before. What happened was surprising. Even though everyone seemingly voted for Superbia, Ankora was the one with 6 votes. What? Bia, did you? Ankora stared in bewilderment at the results. It was the final thing she could stare at. She couldn't even finish her sentence before the gunshot echoed. With this outcome, Ankora had surrendered her right to live, leaving the future in the hands of those who had wronged her. She only had time to hear the first part of the explosion before she was truly ended, her head engulfed in the torrent of heat and destruction. I guess that's what one gets for being blind to what's happening. It would have gone differently if I'd known something else more likely, or maybe it was some misplaced trust. Whatever the reason is, it's too late now to ponder on it. But still disappointing. At least I have pretty much all eternity before me. Okay, so I know what we need to do next. Yep, nope, it's Danganronpa and Zero Escape mixed. Okay, that makes sense what we have to do. So we have to get Bia's trust. Once we get Bia's trust, they'll start listening to us. But the problem is, because we didn't get Bia's trust in time, we kind of fucked that all up. So, but I think that's going to be it for today, because this ran on a little bit longer, and we still got Animal Crossing to get to, and Dead by Daylight, because there's not going to be any stuff. Let's see what the flowchart is, though. Yeah, immediate death. Makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. So, we are at, like, the final parts of the game, though. How much does this cost? $25. We got Luxuria dead, and Ira died. It was good to watch you. Thanks, Zombie. Appreciate it. So here's what I'm thinking next. Here's what we're gonna do, actually, right? Real quick. We're gonna do one more thing. Here's what I'm thinking. Trust 1, Superbia. Trust 1, Trustidia. Trust 2, Luxuria. Split, Luxuria. Trust 2, Luxuria. Yes, okay. Still good. Go over here. Luxuria dies. Okay. Keep going. We have to go here. We have to choose to keep getting Superbia's trust, and that's going to get this. So we need to choose some new things over here, and for member, which is what we're going to start with next time. And after that, we need to get Superbia's trust to 99%. Right now, we just have Superbia and Trustidia. And I think after we can get Trustidia killed and get one of these endings, we should be good. So here's what we're going to do. Because I've had to change like plans around, especially because I overslept and I have not eaten in a while. I really need to eat. My stomach's been growling like really loudly. We're actually going to play Animal Crossing tonight. We're going to be playing Animal Crossing because May Day is happening.
Oh, what the hell?
That's important for something else. We're going to play Animal Crossing, and we're going to do some of the May Day stuff, so that way we can get that out of the way. That'll probably be, give it about an hour and a half, because I'm also going to try to finish highlights number 15. We're playing Animal Crossing, and then we're going to do more Dead by Daylight tonight. For those who wanted Persona 5 today, unfortunately, we're not going to get to Persona 5 today. We may get to it tomorrow, and we're also absolutely going to get to it on Sunday. Yeah, with all of the stress and everything fucking me up, I'm pretty sure that's what's causing me to just start sleeping a ton, is just because of like all the stress getting to me. So, is what it is. Though, I really want to check something real quick before we continue forward. Because since Luxuria died, yep, Luxuria is now visible. So, sounds good. But anyway, with that, we are 9 hours into the game. And I think we're actually going to be pretty close to finishing up this game. I say 1 or 2 more streams. We might get through it this weekend, who knows. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed Break Me Code. Have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and or evening. Shout out to, of course, our sponsors. We got our Super Sheeples Word, Yoshi Melon, and Travis. We got our VIP, Supernova, and then our members. We got Squidman, James Clark, Final Plays, Hunkrad, Adori, and Sylveon Vlogger. You guys have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and evening. My name's Katathi. I'm repeating myself. I'll figure out a better outro at some point. But see you guys later. Peace. Bye, everyone.